Oh, Ethan, the quarterback.
That's it, yeah.
It's gonna blow up.
I was keeping quiet just in case that went wrong. Oh, dang!
I told you that was gonna blow up.
Good morning, everybody. Lore Boys here. My name is, as usual, Peter O'Donohue, and across from me, Ethan Palmer.
My name's Ethan Palmer, as unusual.
And for some more consistency, James Miller.
James Miller. You can call me Fink Rat.
You can call him Fink Rat if you want,
Yeah.
because you know what? Don't ask him for crime, because he's the first one. He's gonna be first one to break under pressure for the cops.
Yeah.
I just think, and then I rat you.
They're just gonna be sitting there like, tell us what you know, James. 1 cup of coffee. He's like, okay,
Okay.
I'll tell you everything I know. In a styrofoam cup.
Yeah, he'll be like, "Ooh, is that Starbucks?" They'll be like, "No, that's pot roast in the back."
That's Maxwell House. It's instant coffee. You're like, all right, fine, good enough for me, guys.
I
I'll tell you
don't know anything. I've sent so many people to jail just because I didn't have money for a coffee.
everything. Yeah, just know, it's I'm addicted to caffeine. It's my real problem, and I'll sell people out for it. But it's the Lore Boys podcast. Sometimes we try to explain video games as best we can. This is a very special episode. It's probably our first special episode, other than maybe the first episode.
They're all special.
This is
to
the
me.
first special episode, other than the first episode, which was also special. This is the 20th episode, the
Yes.
season 1 fucking finale of
yeah.
the Lore Boys podcast. We did it, boys. We did 22 weeks,
Yeah, Duodeco Cast.
which we will explain.
23 weeks.
23 weeks?
Because we had a week off, too.
Oh, yeah. In 23 weeks we've been doing this.
Whilst you were away.
Whilst I was away. 23 weeks I've been doing this. 23
relevant.
weeks you've been listening to this.
Yeah.
23 weeks I've been drawing stupid pictures. 23
Yeah.
weeks we've been playing games and talking about them.
Uh,
And to make this another week, Ethan, please tell me.
I mean,
What games were you playing this week?
well, first off, I want to say a big thank you to everybody that does listen and continues to listen, and everybody out there in the future who's listening. And I wanted to thank you for all the money that I'm sure you guys have sent and is still on the way. I
Mail's
haven't got any of
slow.
the checks yet,
Yeah.
but the mail is pretty slow.
Yeah.
You guys could e-transfer it if you wanted.
Yeah.
Yep.
My week has been pretty consistent with my brand of living 5 to 10 years in the past. I've only been playing Civilization 5 because I sat down one night pretty tired and said, you know what? I need a game that I need no reaction time to play.
Yeah.
Civ 5 was it. And then I had one more turn for a solid week.
Great game. Better than Civ 6. Great game.
I still haven't played Civ 6. I've been thinking about picking it up.
Don't
But
even buy it.
Don't bother?
Just play Civ 5.
oh,
Yeah.
beautiful then.
That's fair.
They're beautiful because I have the Game of the Year edition with every single expansion of Civ 5. So I'll stick on that.
I like the Civ 5 reviews are very much like my review of Dishonored, where it's
Yeah.
like, don't fucking buy it, just play the one before.
Exactly.
And is that all you did was play Civ?
Pretty much, yeah. I played a couple other things here and there. I played
Did you kill the most evil man in history? Gandhi?
Gandhi himself. No, I actually all week I haven't seen Gandhi.
Oh, no.
No.
Oh, I don't know what he's planning.
I typically play between 6 and 8 players on a standard size map.
Okay.
Do you play Pangea or whatever the everything?
I play random map style.
Random map style?
Yeah, I love that. Like the game I'm on right now, the Aztecs, and it's basically a bunch of tiny little islands. So I started in like the worst spot too. I started like right bordering tundra on an island in the north, and everyone else has like significantly sized islands. So I'm gonna win on city states, I think.
Nice. My favorite was to take Egypt, make 2 cities, camp the fuck out, go for culture.
Yeah.
All the way, because they have the boosts on what are they called? It's like monuments or something.
Yeah. Where they produce monuments faster. Yeah.
Yeah, monuments
Or world-
25%
world
faster.
More
wonders.
obelisks, damn it.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
So you can get it 25% faster. So if you just focus culture, you build like 2 good army units at the beginning, and you can just protect yourself because you're stay at your cities. You don't really need to explore outwards. You can if you want, but you just win on culture,
Yeah.
and that's something I enjoyed the most.
Okay, I like to mix it up every now and then. I like to like give myself a little challenge. Where I say this time I'm not going to build more than 1 city.
Yeah.
and I'm going to try and win. And then but it's a random map, so I end
Yeah.
up like if I had done that challenge on this one where I'm on an island and I literally have 6 tiles that I can work with, like I'd be
Yeah.
boned, you know.
Yeah.
But that's kind of half the fun. I lose fairly often. I play
There's one civ
the
that you
7th
get.
difficulty, I think.
Yeah, sorry. There's one civ you get bonuses for killing barbarians, right? Or
Yeah.
a mode. And so what you do is you just camp right next to a barb camp, and you don't kill the camps. You just kill the
Yeah,
barbs.
you just
as
let
they
them
come
spawn.
out. And you just let them spawn, and they'll kind of like expand around you, and it's just this stream of killable income that just
Yeah.
keeps coming in.
And
it's so
that's a
powerful.
culture trait where you take, I think it's Liberty.
Okay.
No, maybe not. Anyway, there's one
game.
culture tree there's a tech tree that you unlock, and
Yeah.
this is all very fun and exciting. for
I love
listeners.
Civ 5. Yeah.
I played Civ 2 like a million years ago.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm not much of that kind of
That's fair.
that kind of player, but that's fine. But that's all you played, eh?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, that's about my week.
James.
So for my week, I of course played Destiny. It's Iron Banner this week, so it's a PvP event where you can grind out reputation for special rewards, and also just an update. My Titan is up to level 18, so I have 2 20s and an 18 now. I'll be probably by the next time we talk, we'll have the set that I've been waiting for. It's only been a month, and I'm not happier yet.
At present, which is your favorite class?
Still Warlock.
Oh,
Still
okay,
Warlock.
yeah.
I
For sure.
mean, I got the Mida multi-tool. If anyone plays Destiny, they'll know it is a scout rifle that is
that a
just
sniper
so
rifle?
strong. It's a scout rifle, which is like a long-range assault rifle with a scope kind
Is
of
it
thing.
semi-automatic or it's
Yeah,
like
it's semi-automatic.
it's like the
Switches.
battle rifle from Halo?
the big.
It's more like the carbine from Halo.
yeah,
And it has
a-
a full auto mode.
yeah, but
Cool.
no full auto on that. I'm tapping every time.
Okay.
But the big perk of that is you can still see your radar when you're looking down the scope, and it's one of the only guns in the game that you can see down the
Which
scope.
is pretty huge.
So you can
honestly.
just kind of camp a corner, and you'll still know which way they're coming from.
Oh, cool.
If someone's moving, they are on your radar, except for hunters if they use one ability. Anyways,
Is that a buff for the weapon? Is that like a modifier for the weapon, or is that like the nature of a scout rifle?
it's an exotic weapon, so it's only for this weapon.
Okay,
it's like
okay.
a very special thing. You have to do a series of quests after the main story to get it.
Okay,
yeah.
cool.
And it came from Destiny 1. It was powerful in Destiny 1. It's a throwback. Anyways, I've talked about Destiny too much in this game. Also, in this podcast.
in this Destiny.
Yeah, in this
I'm Destiny 2 Destiny in this Destiny.
Yeah.
Back over to you, Destiny. And you look over at me, I'm just like a warlock sitting on your couch. You're just like, what's wrong, James?
Yo, dibs on Titan.
Why are you looking at me like that?
One of my favorite things about warlocks is to regain health, they can eat their grenades. Like eat their magical grenade to gain health, and I love that idea.
Because
but-
they're sorcery grenades.
Yeah.
So they
So
just-
I got a Destiny question. Is it magic or is it science?
Magic, as far as I can tell, but
Okay,
it could
but-
be science because
Yeah.
they can harness stars at this point. so
Magic
who
is
knows?
just unexplained science, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I meant like from a video game. You've got
Yeah,
actual explanation.
explicitly
Yeah,
science.
yeah.
Yeah.
So the way Destiny lore works is they kind of hide things like with little you can say investigate on these random items that are like hidden all over the multi worlds, and that's how you get the lore. Haven't done a lot of that.
It's like the terminals in Halo.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's fun to do, right? So, anyways, too much Destiny. So VR on PSVR is having a huge sale this week, and so
Everything.
everything's like 40, 50, 60% off. So it's the time to pick up VR games. So I picked up Job Simulator, the full game.
Oh no way!
Yeah. Last night.
Oh my god!
Yeah,
I wanna
so
try it out.
Last night I played through the entire thing. It took me about 2.5 hours. I had a couple beers, having a great time. But I have to say, it is an amazing game. But most VR games I want to play through in one sitting because
Yeah.
they're kind of a single experience, right? Job Simulator wowed me from the beginning, but as I started to acclimate to VR, it became much more gimmicky than other games.
You're chasing the dragon now for VR.
Yeah, no, that's not even what I mean though. Like, I see what you say, but like this is it's meant to be a demo to show off the perks of VR, and it was really cool. But it's 4 hours, and there's 4 scenarios, right? So you have one that is an office. You're in a cubicle, and that's what we played. There's a mechanic, an auto mechanic. So you have to fix up cars. You can put like energy drinks in their gas tank, or like put sugar in to make sure they come back and do like stupid shit like that.
You can run a racket.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Love it.
You work for a sketchy guy, and you like help out banditos like for stolen cars and stuff.
Oh, you chop shop too.
Yeah, exactly. Then you work as a store clerk, and you have to basically sell things to someone. There's like a guy who robs you. There's like an asshole. There's like a nice lady. At the end, you get to finger who robbed you.
You get
and
to
that-
finger them?
Well, you point them out.
That's what the term is.
yeah.
When you finger the perp, it's when you like choose the guy in the lineup.
Yeah.
We did a whole bit. We had a thumbnail about the usual suspect.
I am glad I've never been asked to
So I-
identify somebody in a
Yeah.
lineup.
to finger a
So,
perp.
like I said, there was an asshole who kind of treated you like really badly. So I fingered the asshole.
So you fingered the asshole?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
Fingered the
I
asshole.
sent him to jail. He was like a businessman who was just like really was like, oh, so where's that hot dog already? But he hadn't asked for one. I was like, fuck you, man.
Yeah.
So I sent him to jail. Lazo was a chef, and you had to like make. Some guy brings you a hot pepper, and he's like, "This isn't hot enough. Can you make it hotter?" And I'm like, "Okay." So I put it on the grill. He's like, "Oh, that's good. That's a start. You made it hotter." And I was like, "Okay." And then what now? And he's like, "Well, can you make it even hotter?" So then you go in the fridge, and there's like hot sauce. You pour it onto the pepper.
Nice.
And assumably, the pepper is the root of the
Yeah,
hot.
it would be hotter than hot sauce.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And you put what looks like sriracha onto the hot pepper, and he's like, "Oh, thanks." And then like 2 orders later, he comes back and he's on fire. And you have to take,
Oh, man.
the fire extinguisher and put him out. And he lights your kitchen on fire because he's a crazy fuck.
He's on fire.
Yeah.
I wouldn't
Yeah,
really make big hole in judgment call on him. Looks like this guy was very rude when he was on fire.
Yeah.
He kept cursing.
Just standing in the kitchen like, I just want to watch it burn.
Yeah. It came out with like a thing of beef jerky. It was a weird dude. But anyways,
Weird dude. Real weird dude, the one who set himself on fire in my kitchen.
Yeah, it seems unstable.
Anyways, I really enjoyed the game. I'm glad I bought it at 50% price. Though,
Yeah,
because
that
it's
makes sense.
much more of a good step into the VR
Introduction,
world.
yeah.
And it gives you a lot of interesting things.
That was
When
my
you-
introduction, and it
Yeah.
was glorious.
When you beat the game, you can put on zero gravity or bouncy mode, which are like adapters you can put onto each mode. So you can
Okay.
either have zero gravity, so when you throw things, it just flies all over the place,
Okay.
or bouncy mode, where things like bounce like crazy all over the place.
Bouncy sounds more fun. than
Yeah,
zero
I haven't
grav.
tried either of them, but I felt like I got a feel for the game.
Okay.
Got 100-foot robot golf. We played a little
Which
bit.
I
before
walked in
coming
on you guys
Yeah.
playing.
Yeah, but we weren't playing in VR.
No,
Remarkable, yeah.
The McElroys are the commentators for it. Really good. And aside from that, I did play Firewatch. So we talked about it last time, the walking simulator, as we joked around about it.
Yeah.
But I did get the chance. I went to Aurélie's place, and she got me to play it, sat me down, and it has a really good story. I only got to the beginning of day 3, so I was at just the part where it was about to get really creepy, but I could feel the vibes coming.
Yeah.
And it feels more like than just a walking simulator. There's like supply caches where you can find certain things which like work as puzzles. And the way that I played it was completely different than the way Aurélie played it, because she had a different interaction with Delilah, who's like,
It's a woman on the radio, right?
yeah, a woman on the radio.
Is she your boss?
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
kind of like a coworker, but she's helping you out because you're new. Like
Yeah.
your wife goes senile and you leave her back in another state, and then you go here.
Does she give you romance tips?
No. Well,
No,
how do you,
none?
how do you romance a senile person?
I mean, that would be a question that
character-
I would ask Delilah.
The main character of this
personally.
game
Yeah.
sounds like a hero.
I was like, Orly, okay, I get it. Like, so I am not actually in a forest watching fires. Delilah is my wife, and I'm the senile one, right? It's going to be the big twist at the end. She's like, you're thinking too far into it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not a sci-fi game, idiot.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway, so it is better than
It's not
I
a
expected
Christopher
it to be.
Nolan film.
Yeah, it's better than I expected it to be, and I will give it a shot. And yeah, I appreciate the recommendation, and I do want to play it more, but I don't know how much.
So why don't you?
I will. I'm going back there in a couple weeks, but that was my week pretty much.
So how was your week, Peter?
My week was fine.
Yeah.
Last weekend after the podcast, I did party pretty hardy.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
Needed a couple of days to recover from that, which was fine. Week all work. Work all week has been a waking nightmare.
Okay.
I loathe it.
Preach.
Yep. But other than work, I got some gaming done. So I know I was flip-flopping on this and trying really hard to like it because I definitely wanted to. Like, I remember trying to play and then trying to get good and then trying to mod it. Hollow Knight, not for me.
No. Okay.
Nope, don't like it.
Still not with the mod?
Nope, it's the mod kind of breaks a few things
Okay.
because you can only aim in 2 directions, and obviously the enemies in the game are not designed for you to have a ranged attack. So I just can't get into it, and I finally like, okay, I've tried literally everything, and I'm never gonna get my money back. So I put it in that list of games on my Steam library that I will never play again.
I feel like you got to get over games quicker. Like you keep trying to come back to them and hurt yourself. And then
Yeah,
by the
well,
end-
you know, whatever, man. It's because I spent money on it, right? You know,
Yeah.
That's it. It's nice
I'm just
to
like,
finish it.
Maybe
Like,
I'll push through that wall, and I'll finally make it through to the other side where I'm just like, oh, now I get it. You know, like I've been waiting for 8 hours for the click moment. It's never coming.
Never come.
Never coming.
So far, the games you've loved immediately. Like Prey is like one of the.
You loved it before you bought it.
Yeah, exactly.
I was 98% certain that game was going to be fantastic.
Yeah, yeah.
And I was absolutely right.
There
That
you
was
go.
from my own perspective.
So go back and play through that.
I'm an
again.
artist, dude. I'm
Yeah.
I'm passionate.
Finish
Yeah,
that
good.
20% of Prey that you never saw.
Oh yeah,
Rather than
no,
play
no,
Hollow
no,
Knight.
I love the fact. Not to go off on this again. I love the fact that I missed 20% of the game and still managed to finish it.
Yeah.
That's so fucking cool. it's such old school design, man.
Yeah.
But Hollow Knight, sadly, I have no ill will for the devs, especially in light of like a lot of the Cuphead controversy that people keep bringing up. All these spineless losers who are just like, "Oh, game's too hard. You should make it easier so everyone can play it." Like, fuck you.
Yeah.
Don't tell people how to make their game.
Yeah.
I hate Hollow Knight.
How do you guys feel about dating simulators?
It's more about Contra. Haven't played one.
What is
I
it?
very much want to play How to a Full Boyfriend, though.
Dream Daddy.
Me neither.
Dream Daddy.
Dream
yeah.
Daddy. That's my game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I did some artwork for Team Turn 3, which is the Magic the Gathering.
Magic the Gathering.
YouTube channel with my old roommate Jesse and some of his friends. I did some of their artwork for their playmats, which are coming out. Not to shill their product too hard, but to shill my own shit on their product. His girlfriend was like, "Oh my god, Dream Daddy looks like so much fun." And then it went on sale.
Yeah.
And I messaged her. I was just like, "Yo, Dream Daddy's 33% off. Get on
I've
those.
watched-
Get on those 33% off daddies." And then she sends me a message. She's just like, "Fuck. It wasn't 33% off when I got it." I was like, "Oh my god, you bought it full price, you fucking nerd! You
watched-
get owned."
I've watched an entire playthrough of Dream Daddy.
Is it good?
I mean, I was watching an entertaining couple that I love from like other media
Oh, okay, yeah.
playing through it, and so it was good.
Ethan. Okay, I'm not an entertaining couple. I know you're just standing over my shoulder while I was
Well,
Watch
playing
you
Dream
play
Daddy.
Dream Daddy.
Yeah.
I just wish you would stop telling me to put my pants back on. But
I've always wanted to play a dating simulator, but I want to play one of like the more hardcore, weird Japanese ones.
Okay.
I want to either play How to Full Boyfriend, which is the pigeon one,
okay.
or the tank one.
Oh,
Maybe we'll
the
do a Little
tank
Boys
one is
playthrough.
hilarious.
But anyway, yeah. So that was so that's my very brief Hollow Knight. I'm sorry, I can't do it. It's not you. It's me. Just break up with Hollow Knight and Team Cherry. I hope they keep going. They're releasing another expansion in like 2 weeks. Like they're an amazing dev.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, I'll never fucking play it. And my little Cuphead rant. I'd get that out. Otherwise, I played the Banner Saga, which I'm back into,
Yep.
and absolutely
I saw you on Steam.
fucking adore. I'm
Yeah.
so happy to be playing that game again. I'm happy to be playing that game again with a lot more turn-based tactic experience.
Yeah.
Because I played the Banner Saga before I finished the first XCOM.
Okay.
So like I finished Banner Saga, then I was like, okay, if I can do this, I can, because I bought XCOM eons before there were refunds.
Yeah.
And I played it for like 30 hours, but I could never finish it. So I'm really happy to play. So yeah, I did like Banner Saga after attempting XCOM, then did XCOM, fell in love with XCOM, XCOM 2, and Banner Saga 2, which I still haven't touched because I was just too busy with other shit to play Banner Saga, but I'm gonna crush it. And it's fantastic. It's nice to play that game and do well because the combat is something that's very rewarding.
Yeah.
But the choices you make are still very unpredictable.
Yeah.
So it still gives me that like permanent dread, which I
Yeah,
find
no,
like
that's fair.
dread is like the feeling you kind of have playing XCOM, and it's 100% to hit in Banner Saga.
Yeah.
So the combat I think is probably better.
Oh, the combat in Banner Saga is so cool with the armor versus health mechanic.
Well, and yeah,
it's
like
just genius. I think.
So there's like armor protects your strength. Strength is also your HP. You die
Yeah.
if you reach 0.
Strength
your
is your-
strength is also how much damage you can
Yeah.
do. So if you have a guy who's 9 armor, 10 strength, he can potentially do 10 damage.
Yeah.
But if you have 11 armor, he can't hit you
Yeah.
until he whittles down your armor.
That's it.
And you have to do the same thing for the enemies.
So I think I own this on the Google Play Store. Is that possible? Is it also
Yes,
an app?
it
it
is a
is.
mobile- it's a
I own it on the. I
Okay.
own it on
Yeah.
Samsung.
Yeah.
Okay, so I have it then. I gotta play it.
It's incredible. The music's amazing. The voice acting is sparse but good.
Yeah.
The story's
Yeah.
quite good.
It
And I like all the
felt
character design.
Yeah.
It felt slow to me when I played it. I was like playing a lot of Hearthstone at the time.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I switched to Banner Saga, and it was cool and everything. But it was when I was working in a kennel where I had to like let dogs out every 5 minutes and stuff.
Oh,
So it was
no,
like,
yeah, that's
I
not the right
didn't-
environment.
yeah, exactly.
It's a very cinematic game. Like
Okay.
I own it on mobile because I was like, oh, I'll pick it up to play on the bus and train.
Yeah.
And then I stopped and I played through it sitting at home, just playing through it. You know? On my
Yeah.
mobile phone.
But it's great. It is slow. I don't know if I mentioned this before. Like some of the first games I ever had on my like first PC, I had Oregon Trail and Amazon Trail,
Okay.
and
I remember Amazon Trail,
it's
yeah.
very much like Oregon Trail. But that was it. That's all I played this week. I played those 3 things. And since this is our season finale, before we get into the games we're going to be talking about, we should probably talk about the podcast in which we talk about the games we're going to be talking about.
We got
So
real
I'd like to send it back over here to our creator, as far as I know,
our progenitor.
our progenitor.
I'm your
the,
Prometheus.
the daddy of us all,
Yeah.
Ethan Palmer.
Yeah.
Why the fuck Why the fuck did you think this was a good
Why
idea?
a podcast?
Why'd
Why
you-
did I give you two a mic and
why'd
say
you
I think this would work out?
What the fuck were you thinking?
I was like you at work one day, and I was just like, man, I need something new. Like work was grinding on me or whatever, and I was just like, you know what, like. I would go home every night and I would watch my esports videos, or I would watch a TV show, or even when I would play video games, and I just felt like I was consuming a whole lot. And for a change, I was like, I just want to create something.
Yeah.
And every day at work, I would listen to podcasts. So I said, like, this is something I could fucking do. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
like I would listen to podcasts, and you'd listen to like episode 1, episode 2 of a lot of podcasts, and I was like, I could do it at least that well for my first episode, which I think we did. Jamie and I are longtime friends. Junior kindergarten, I think we met. Grade 1, maybe.
It's 23 years, something
Yeah,
like that.
ish. So we've known each other for a long ass fucking time, and we've been through a lot of shit. So I asked him one day, I was like, what do you think goes into making a podcast? And he immediately was like, wow, you thinking about starting a podcast? I'm in. So I was like, that's perfect. Then Peter, I've known you for 5-6 years now, maybe 4 or 5 years.
No, yeah, probably 5 or 6. Honestly, we've known each other a long time.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
And I know you're really present online. I used to read all your webcomics back when you used to make political webcomics.
Yeah.
And honestly, I just thought you had a great voice for it and a great personality for it.
Yeah, I remember you asked me out of fucking nowhere.
Yeah,
on
that's
Facebook.
it.
Yeah.
Well, I tuned into your streams a couple times too. I remember you and Jesse, I want to say, were playing Dark Souls 3 one
With
time.
my dad.
I don't think I watched the one with your
You
dad.
didn't watch
but-
the second? Okay.
I might have watched it, but I didn't tune in. I was live on stream with you when you were playing Dark Souls with Jesse one time.
Yeah.
And so I thought of you because I was like, out of everybody I know, this would be somebody who might be interested in actually trying to get a podcast off the ground.
I was happy to do it because I'm good. I'm good at maintaining things, but I'm always a good second. I'm not really a good first. Like, I'm really bad at getting my own shit going.
Yeah.
But this has helped me get a lot of my own shit going. Like, I've been working on like an idea for a comic for
a long time.
For like a year, right? And if without this, I don't know if I'd have like the 30-page script that I currently have written down, because this is something I have to do every week, and then I have to do the artwork for it.
That's it. Yeah.
And I'm very happy to do the art. I just to kind of get into that. Like, I've been drawing forever.
Yeah.
Right, because I didn't grow up with video games or.
Yeah.
I had a lot of Legos, right? But like my family when I was growing up, like not like rolling in cash or anything. I'm fortunate that I grew up in a house. But I'm pretty sure that's where all of my family's money went. Was just like, instead of living in an apartment and buying me a bunch of toys, is fucking buy me a house, and then
you can play.
And then my dad would bring home paper and pens that he took from work.
Okay.
Right, and so that's where I learned to draw. So and then I got into drawing digitally as well, because a friend of mine gave me like a burned CD of Flash MX, and I started drawing Flash,
dude.
And that's where I do all our artwork now. I do it in Flash CS6. And then Jesse, when I was doing his icons. Yesterday was like, oh fuck, I thought you used a tablet, but I draw everything. For the listeners out there, all the artwork you see on YouTube, all the speed paints, everything on the DeviantArt that I upload, everything on the Facebook, I do all that with a mouse on low sensitivity. Yeah. And then my girlfriend's dad's a painter.
Oh yeah.
And like he added me on Facebook out of nowhere one day, and I was just like, oh great, the narcs are here now. I can't post shit on Facebook. My girlfriend's dad's watching me. And he like added me and like sent me a fucking message. He's like, so how do you do all your work? I'm like, I use a mouse and like Flash and Photoshop. He's like, seriously, use a mouse? Like, how the fuck do you end up doing that? I told him, I was like, I play a lot of video games, so I shot a lot of people. And I just got really good at using the mouse. But yeah, like I was happy to. I like talking about games a lot, and the fact that we like drink and tell stories, I think is like a really natural thing for me. I love it. And I thank you so much for the idea and the invite. I'm so happy.
You came up with the name, so.
I did come up with a name, yes. Yeah, a lot of the creative stuff, I'll take credit for that. Yeah, but that, whatever. I mean, you gotta... We did get really lucky. We're like a full team. The 3 people.
That's it. We've got an artist. We've got a producer. We got good host.
Musician.
Yeah, So I guess this is where
this is yours now. I talked about all the art. I talked about all of my dumb art shit.
So hi, I'm James. Ethan.
Hi, James.
Hi, James.
Ethan at the beginning of the summer reached out to me and started talking about podcasts because we both work in the same place and we have the opportunity to listen to a lot of podcasts while we talk work or whatever. Yeah. So I did share. It wasn't just like, hey, look, I'll join your podcast. But at the beginning, I did share a lot of ideas what I thought made a good content. One of it was consistent content, which I think that we've provided.
Which we've done so far.
We've missed a week in an entire summer, right?
Yeah, in 21 weeks, we've missed a week.
Yeah, so we're doing it very well. Also, it was a natural. Ethan and I have good chemistry because we've known each other for so long. I've lived in his house for a year. Known this guy forever. Great guy. I also, although I haven't done the music for the show, I was the musician of the group. So I had all the microphones. Our first 10 episodes, I believe, were all through my 2 microphones from my Fender portable unit, which are the microphones that Peter and I still use today. And Ethan ended up picking up a third mic, which gave us the freedom to set all of our levels.
So we didn't have to sit huddled around a desk. All recording on the
we
same
used to
mic.
huddle around our burning hobo barrel
to
tell stories.
That's it. And my apartment, as I've made friends with these two more and more, it's slowly become like a foam pit. There's a mattress next to me on my right. There's foam to my left. There's foam behind Peter, foam behind Ethan. Ethan's got a binder with Elmer's glue
and
with
foam
taped all together. It was good. And Ethan and I knew each other for a long time, and Ethan brought up the idea of including Peter. And he's like, I got this friend Peter O'Donoghue. And I know Peter O'Donoghue.
We met under absurd circumstances.
I was just going through a breakup at this time of my life, so I was like saying yes to everything. I was on this weekend where it's like, I'm gonna go hike this mountain. I'm gonna go to a party the next night. I'm going to a moving party the next night. I'm gonna go see someone during the day. I'm saying yes to everything because I need to get out there.
Because fuck sitting alone in your apartment.
Fuck
breakup.
that.
Exactly. So an obscure friend that I didn't even know that well through the dog park. His name's Louis. He brought me. He knew Peter's roommate and brought me to this party. And Peter's roommate was just moving in.
Yeah. So this. Yeah. Like I'll cover this one here as well because the guy we talked about a couple times now who does Team Tier 3, who I did the artwork with, who I was streaming for Dark Souls with. Yeah, Jesse. I lived with him for 15, 16 months. He moved in May to our apartment because I still was on a lease.
Yeah.
And he was just like, that's okay, I can cover a month and a half by myself. I was like, okay, sweet, I'll move in at the end of June. He has a moving in / birthday party because I think he moved in on his own birthday.
Yep.
I met James at that party.
Because we had a triple mutual friend, Bobby Ferry, that we started talking
Bobby,
about.
but I know Lewis as well.
Yeah.
And then, so we were all at the party. So I met Jamie in my own apartment building.
Back before he had furniture, there was a futon and we were all sitting on the floor.
It's because there was only half the furniture.
Yeah, exactly.
I hadn't moved in yet.
Exactly.
Just Jesse's shit.
Yeah.
And there was 3 empty rooms.
Yeah.
So, like, I showed up, I meet Jamie, we had each other on Facebook because we got along.
Yeah.
And then, like, after that, I hadn't seen him again. And then Ethan is just like, yo, me and Jamie want to start a podcast. James Miller, you already know him.
Yeah.
And I was just like, oh, this town. This fucking town is so small. I hate it.
No joke. Because then we go to meet you for the first time. You're like, oh, I got to bail because I got to go to my girlfriend's thing at a bar. We're like, we'll just come meet you at the bar. Then somebody I work beside every day is there at the bar because you guys know each other from the South Shore.
Some guys trying to play Avenged Sevenfold on an unmiked acoustic guitar and sing it.
That was so bad.
That was good, real bad stuff. That was our cringe material.
Yeah. I know that dude as well. He's like, I know that dude. I know him through people. Like we've been to a lot of the same parties because he's friends with like some of my sister's friends or whatever.
You graduate with an arts degree, and then your art is to go up and do Avenged Sevenfold on acoustic guitar.
On mics. You can't even hear the guitar.
No,
he's just trying to sing, but doing these intricate guitar parts, and it just all felt
and people are doing like good, like there was good poetry that night, and there was like
and
really
there was Bashu who plays the accordion.
There was the accordion. I was just gonna say he fucking killed it,
Speaking
dude.
of which, like I was the musician coming into this, and the original plan was for me to do the theme music, but then I found Eric Skiff, who has all this amazing 8-bit music. And I wrote like 3 songs, and I was like, man, it doesn't sound as good as Eric's. So I just let him do his thing. I might do like a fun cover or something in the future. But like in my apartment right now, just to give you the layout, like we have my mics that we're talking into. I have 3 guitars and a trombone next to me.
And a djembe?
Yeah, djembe, type of drum. Behind Ethan, I have a left-handed guitar, so my 4th guitar, and an accordion.
A keyboard.
To Ethan's right is a keyboard. Like like I've said before, my apartment has turned into a plethora of instrument and gaming devices.
Yeah, and podcast recording devices.
And podcast recording. Honestly, yeah, like I said, the it doubles as a podcast recording place because there are foam things everywhere, and also a VR playland.
That's it.
I've got this is a million things now.
Yeah.
But although our plan is now, which we will be, our original plan was to shoot some behind the scenes shit today, but that didn't work out. But we will be giving some behind the scenes video.
Yeah.
But the plan is still, I am still going to be doing some renovations in my spare room, so that we don't have to occupy the entirety
entire
of
living
James's
space.
apartment once a week, because I got the room for it now.
Yeah.
But that would be it. That would be the Lore Boys episode. That would be the Lore Boys tangent about the Lore Boys podcast. That's how this whole thing fucking came to be.
Again, big thank you to everybody that's listened, everybody that supports us. Like I just explained, this started as very much just a creative outlet for us.
Yeah.
And we're just appreciative of people that tune in and actually listen to us just shoot the shit, because I have so much fun shooting this thing every week. Because it's like you said, we have a couple drinks, we talk some stories, and it's always good fun, you know?
It's one of the few things I've been able to commit to and do well.
Yeah.
To be honest, like I give up on a lot of my own stuff really quickly.
That's
like,
it.
If I had somebody who was like my boss, sort of, or at least like two colleagues that I cared about.
That's it.
When I was writing my comic, I probably wouldn't be working on it for a year. I'd probably be done.
That's it.
I couldn't.
I count on you guys to make me feel like I have an obligation, you know.
Yeah. Exactly. I have the same thing. It's where my obligation is to my friends and the cast itself. And if I fail, like I've been up sometimes without an idea. Yeah. Especially because here's another story. We used to have podcasts backloaded.
Yeah.
But we did Dark Souls, which I hosted, where I wasn't particularly happy with the content, and we had some pretty brutal technical issues.
And it ran for 4.5 hours.
Exactly. So we got rid of that.
I was on a work night too, and I got like a little drunk and angry by the end. It was not a good scene.
Well, it was 2 weeks in a row, because I did The Witcher the week before, which both of these are episodes that have been cut.
Yeah.
And we will re-record
will do them someday.
Those intellectual properties someday. But they both got cut because The Witcher ran 4 hours long, and like me and Jamie, this was our 4th and 5th episodes.
Something like that, yeah.
So I guess we didn't have the stamina yet, because I know me at hour 2.5 of The Witcher, where I was hosting, I was just reading off a page, like I just completely drained.
Yeah.
I had 4 Locos too. That was a bad scene.
Yeah, I remember that. I like there was like a spider landed on me during Dark Souls.
Oh my god, we
cool.
just talked about the spider boss, and a spider had fallen down right in front of Ethan's face. I hope we still have the clip somewhere. And Ethan killed the spider and then got into his beer and
it scared the piss out of
He drank spider bits, which we joked around saying that would be a funny cereal.
Spider bits.
Spider bits.
Oh, I forgot about
you guys remember Spider bits?
Yeah. We got Cheerios. We got Frosted. Oh, spider bits.
Spider bits.
Mom.
Yeah. Yeah. So God, what the fuck were we talking about? Right. So we used to have backlog. So and then I went on vacation. Yeah. And then I went to a wedding, and then Ethan went to a wedding. So now we've been recording Friday and then releasing on Monday.
Yeah.
So there's been nights where I've been up trying to do the artwork for the Tuesday with no ideas till like 3:30 in the morning, and I'm still happy to do it. And it's one of the few things that I've been able to say keeps me in a good mood. It's like an odd feeling to enjoy your work. I find, especially just because of my own job, like my real job. You know,
yeah. I have a feeling Ethan is the same as me, but I work on Sunday. I'm the only lore boy that works on Sunday, and we release on Monday morning, right?
Yeah.
So I get home from work like 4:35, and I sit down and I edit the thing for pretty much until I go to bed.
Yeah.
And it does keep the fire underneath me that I have both of you that are a part of this thing, right?
Yeah.
Like if it was just my own thing, I would have missed so many weeks. Like we all keep each other accountable.
I mean,
and that's the reason why.
which is nice.
I mean, I have woken up 5:30 in the morning on Monday several times just to get it edited before it goes out.
I've woken up not often, thankfully, because I let it render overnight. But I do set alarms at like 6 in the morning to get everything put together and uploaded to make sure it renders, and it's for an 11 o'clock release.
That's it.
Yeah.
So thank you.
We put the work in.
That's
yeah,
it.
exactly. And even if our downloads are pretty good, this will be the last thing before we get into what we're actually going to briefly talk about today. But we even like when you check our stats, Like our Facebook is doing well, our Twitter, whatever. Our Twitter and our YouTube are basically dead, but we can work on that eventually.
Yeah.
Not dead as in like they were big and then they're gone, but there's like they never really had a chance.
A big thanks to a woman on the internet. Right?
Oh
like,
yes,
has given
absolutely.
us like
yeah.
half of our
And
traffic.
we've already spoken of. Yeah.
and also just like the idea, because I never really would have thought of doing a Facebook page, frankly.
I mean, we thought of it and we said for the longest time that we should do it. And
No,
we
it's
just,
unheard of.
We're just, yeah.
I didn't even know.
We're
what
the first. We're the first people to ever make a page on Facebook completely dedicated to our podcast.
I didn't even know what Facebook was. But
Still on Friendster.
Yeah.
yeah, every time I refresh the page, it says web page is not available, and I'll get to it. Fuck, what the hell was I even talking about? Oh, it was our download stats. It's like we're coming up on like 1,000 downloads now total for 20 episodes, which isn't actually too much per episode.
I know.
But even if we had 20 episodes and 22 downloads, I'd probably still be doing this.
Yeah, absolutely.
But it's fucking
That's it.
not too bad, eh?
That's it. I do have to say a lot of our downloads are our friends right now, and thank you so much, friends, for helping us get off the ground. If you're not one of my personal friends, fucking I love you.
I can't believe you fucking downloaded this in the first place. What the hell is the matter with you?
No, I love you. That's the best.
Yeah.
And so, what are we talking about, guys?
What are we talking? Other than thanking everybody who downloads our bullshit.
Now that we've gotten through it.
But you have to download this bullshit to hear us thank you for downloading our bullshit.
Yeah.
That's Catch-22.
That's it.
What are we talking about today? I suppose I'm taking the first one here, eh?
Yeah, so we're talking about Mario, but we're talking about certain arcs of the Mario story because there's so much out there, right?
Yeah.
Some would say there is too much Mario.
Yeah.
Some
Mario-
would say it's the most iconic, game ever, right?
So just to give you guys context, since it is the season finale, what we're going to do here is we each chose an arc, and we're going to do a triple co-host on this thing.
Yeah.
It was the first time. It's unheard of.
One of us might get hurt
Yeah.
at some point. I don't know.
I got knocked up.
Some of you, yeah.
I'm
Ethan's
pregnant. I'm pregnant now.
Which one of us is the father?
It was Wario.
Out of Jamie.
It was Wario.
It was Wario.
It was Wario.
Never mind. All right, never mind. We got the answer. Never mind. I was hoping we'd also get on Maury.
So we each took an adjective. Jamie picked the worst Mario game ever made.
Yep.
Peter picked the most dangerous,
Mario game ever made.
And I took the darkest Mario game ever made.
Yeah.
And we're
So stay tuned.
yeah.
I believe we agreed we're starting with danger
All right,
Yeah.
we're gonna start with danger.
because
Yeah.
we're living on the edge here.
Danger comes
That's it.
first.
We're living on the edge.
Yeah.
So, we all know. I mentioned it earlier. I've said it before. I'll repeat it again. It's one of my favorite things to say. Peter, Daddy loves him some XCOM.
Oh, do you like XCOM?
Daddy,
I didn't know that about you.
Daddy loves him some XCOM.
Wow.
So this is gonna be a tricky one here because my notes are on my phone since we're doing a triple cast.
Huh?
I, for some reason, assumed that Jamie was gonna use his TV, so I didn't put
kept my-
anything on the Google Doc.
I kept my notes on my phone too.
It's just like we just
Aw.
like did that for
Y'all
each
some-
other.
Y'all some cute, y'all some cute boys.
This is fucking Audacity shit.
Oh, yeah.
Audacity, whatever the. So I will be covering because Daddy likes some XCOM. PD will be covering Mario and Rabbids Kingdom Battle.
Oh shit! Is that
Now
like XCOM?
This is the only time I'm gonna tell someone to do this because obviously Lore Boys is in its nature a spoiler cast, which is why we have never warned anybody about spoilers in the past. Nintendo people are kind of crazy.
It's on the GameCube?
Yeah, exactly. It came out 13
that latest
years ago.
Nintendo,
Yeah.
Nintendo,
The Nintendo, their new Swatch.
their new Switch.
I heard it was the Swiss watch that they guarantee the batteries for.
Yeah, the same one.
Shouldn't have got an Apple Watch, man.
One of the same.
Should have just got a Nintendo Switch.
But whatever. I made my decision. I stand by it. Fuck you. Bought it from a friend, so I didn't have to pay full price. So I'm going to be doing Mario and Rabbids Kingdom Battle.
Okay.
And the only reason I bring up the spoilers is because Nintendo people are insane. This game came out a month ago. If you for some reason care about the story, which I read it, and I don't.
It's a Mario story. Who cares?
Yeah, well, I mean, it's a little bit more complicated than that.
Okay.
There's some
I'm
wacky-
excited.
There's some wacky bullshit.
What about the Ubisoft fans out there?
So this is the
Yeah, I'm sure he's going to be really upset.
This is the XCOM where your favorite friends can't die because it's a kid's game too, right?
Correct. You cannot customize your soldiers.
No, you
And-
play as one of three.
You
Or
play as
three.
all three.
Yeah.
Who you actually play as, I think, is Beepo.
Who's that?
You're like the commander.
Yeah.
Like in Fire Emblem, you're always the tactician.
Yeah, and
that's
you're
commanding the people.
you're commander in
Yeah,
XCOM
yeah.
as well.
In
Like-
Magic the Gathering, you're a planeswalker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In D&D, you're a
Yeah,
stupid
yeah.
fucking nerd with no friends.
Yeah. That's right. I can verify that from personal experience.
Listen to the Lore Boys podcast about D&D. It came out last week. Yeah, so basically what happens is the Rabbids end up with something called the Time Washing Machine in the laboratory of a Mario fan. And already this is starting out fucking stupid.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, it's a Mario
Well,
fan.
yeah. Well,
and
yeah.
and she's in the process of perfecting her robot assistant named Beepo. Or Beep Zero. I don't know what it is. I'm gonna
Okay.
say Beepo.
It's a robot. Okay.
It's a robot. It looks like a Roomba with rabbit ears, basically, and like a black screen on it with like
okay.
little like Eva eyes from WALL-E.
Okay. So it's a Wabbit Wobot with Wabbit ears.
It's a Wabbit Wobot Woomba.
Oh, Woomba. That's the third
It's a
arm.
Wabbit Wobot Woomba
Okay.
with that makes Mario walk around and shoot wabbits.
Slightly unrelated, but I just have to throw it in here. Favorite NBA player when you put that accent on? Russell Westbrook. Anyways, continue.
Anyway, Beepo's like a visor, and it's like it's supposed to like fuse two objects into one,
Okay.
and that's called the Super Merge.
The Super Merge.
Super Merge. Now I need to change tabs on my fucking phone here. Where the hell is it? Super Merge is an object, and it's like the MacGuffin of the Mario v Rabbids
What is MacGuffin?
Dawn of Justice. A MacGuffin is a stupid object that drives the plot forward. So even in something good like Lord of the Rings, the ring is a MacGuffin.
Oh.
And all of the Transformers films, especially the new ones, all have some stupid fucking MacGuffin,
Yeah.
which is just like a thing you need to do.
Yeah.
Because the main problem with the Transformers movies is that instead of having like characters or an antagonist, all they have is a MacGuffin.
Yeah.
A bunch of people
Yeah.
try to get, people and or robots.
Yeah.
I think if what's MacGuffin, if there's just one of them, it's a bad thing. But if there's multiple of them, then it's not a MacGuffin, because if there's multiple things, then it's just an interesting story.
Well, I
right?
mean, that's
it's whenever
kinda
you
the
singular.
fetch quest in that case. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
I can
MacGuffin's not necessarily bad. Like I said, the Lord of the Rings are phenomenal.
as an example of a
fucking
good MacGuffin.
incredible
Yeah.
movies,
But it's
and
a-
incredible books.
yeah.
But the ring itself is a MacGuffin because
like,
without the ring, there's no fucking story.
Or Pulp Fiction.
The briefcase.
The briefcase.
Of
It's
course.
like it drives the whole plot. The whole plot revolves around this briefcase, which you never find it even what it is, what
No.
the MacGuffin is.
Yeah.
It's just a term that refers to here's a thing that exists. I mean, Pulp Fiction might be the best example of it because like it literally exists. You don't even know what it is, and
Yeah.
the whole plot revolves around it. You know what I mean?
Quentin
I
Tarantino
thought
is just
that-
so subversive.
It might be a little tongue in cheek.
I thought that guy from Greece was the MacGuffin.
Super Merge, though.
Yeah, Super Merge.
You know what? You know what would help Quentin Tarantino a lot? The Super Merge.
a MacGuffin.
The Super Merge was created by a character known as Genius Girl because it's Nintendo.
Was she smart?
No, actually, no, not at all.
It's an ironic name.
She's actually a boy.
It's like when you call a really big guy tiny.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, she's actually a boy.
it's like Tiny Tiger. Genius Girl, actually a drunk man.
Yeah.
You know, no big deal.
Yeah.
It's a weird thing to throw into a Mario game with this drunk old dude.
Yeah.
He's like, I just gotta take care of some things.
Yeah.
But she created with her robot assistant Beepo or Beep Zero.
Beep zero.
Beepo.
Beepo.
She wanted to use the Super Merge to solve the energy crisis. I don't know how or why this was going to work because all it does is fuse two things together. Frankly, I think she's probably still a genius. Genius Girl applies, right? Because you made a thing that fuses two things together.
Well, you take.
I don't know what two things you were going to fuse together to solve the energy
a
crisis.
console and a handheld.
Yeah.
If you use
Yeah,
it together.
yeah, the fucking Nintendo Switch. It's like, get out of your own ass, Nintendo.
You just.
Okay, that was like a legit. That was like a sick fucking roast
Burn.
right there, Jamie.
Fucking
That was like,
roast
I don't know.
in Nintendo.
Yeah, Nintendo.
Yeah.
Oh fuck.
I think you tape a battery to an electrical outlet, and that's how you get unlimited power, right? Because
Yeah.
the battery recharges itself,
Big
and the
oil.
outlet is just always producing electricity.
Yeah, dude, that's a feedback loop. That's
Yeah.
like if we put all our mics together and started screaming.
Oh, the
Don't
battery blows up.
Yeah.
But
you don't do that.
But that's how we do the audio tests all the time, anyway.
worry. Yeah, you'll see in the future.
The fact that you can hear anything at all
Yeah.
is a remarkable coincidence.
Yep.
We just spent most like 2.5 hours straight, mostly just shrieking into the mics.
Yep.
Yeah.
Shrill as fishwise.
Just
to be
about.
And all my outlets have batteries in them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, sure, we started a few fires, but it's no big
Yeah.
deal.
Just put all your mics in one big fishing pot and let loose.
I was listening to that. I was like walking past the tennis court that's like down the street here.
Peter lives in the
Fucking
rich part of town.
Pissing. Yeah, I do. I'm sorry. Fucking pissing myself and like replaying the whole thing with the fishing pot, and I realized like where that came. You like fused together two idioms, like pot calling the kettle black and the same old kettle of fish.
Exactly.
You had like this kettle crossover fucking episode.
Ethan's calling the fish black.
Yeah,
you know?
you just called the fish
exactly.
black. Yeah, exactly. Pot called fish black. I don't know anymore. Who am I? Anyway, then the Rabbids show up, and the Rabbids are mischievous little things. They're like the OG minions.
Yeah.
They're from the Rayman universe.
I think Lemmings are the OG Rabbids, and then Rabbids are the OG
Listen,
minions,
you fucking
right?
retro elitist. Okay, I don't want you to talk about your fucking DOS games. All right.
I played a lot of Lemmings, man. That's a good game.
I mean, there's been a couple good iterations of it.
My mom
It's like
showed me that game.
it's a simple puzzle game.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I love a good puzzle game.
I played that game when I was 3 years old. Like I loved that game.
There you go.
Man. I loved it.
I was all
I
about
lived in
the Mickey
Kuujjuaq
Mouse.
when I was 3, so I didn't play any fucking games.
Yeah, like I said, my mom played like when I was a little baby, and like my dad moved out because daddy and mommy wanted to fight, and
Mommy's always taking the kids to play video games, and I don't agree.
Conversation's getting awkward.
Yeah.
Somebody dump a beer on their crotch. Anyway, the Rabbids get in. The Rabbids are from the Rayman universe, so Genius Girl and Beepo are technically, I guess, also in the Rayman universe.
Yeah.
I love Rayman Origins and Rayman
Rayman's
Legends.
got some really good games.
So the two newest ones, like we rag on Ubisoft, and we ragged on Ubisoft 20 minutes ago, right?
As a company,
I like it.
not as game developers.
No. So Rayman Origins, I played a lot of in Toronto with my old boss, his wife, and his neighbor, who are still some of my like closest friends who I still play games with.
Okay.
Even though I haven't been back to Toronto, obviously we're too far away now because I like we're like we move around a lot when we record.
Yeah.
And now that we're in like Portland, in like hipster town, it's just too.
It's far. Yeah,
you know,
it's
and, like,
far.
I nearly 100%ed Rayman Legends, and Rayman Origins is included in that game. Beautiful game.
Yeah.
Beautiful game.
Really good
like
games.
now that we're talking about Mario, like I have a controversial opinion that I get into arguments with people about all the time. It's
Rayman's
like,
better than Mario.
yeah, it is actually. They're fucking better than Mario.
Well, it's later, but I agree.
Yeah, but that's one of those like student surpasses the teacher moments, right? Like Rayman Origins, Rayman Legends is even better.
Yeah.
There's some really good Mario games. I think they're on par.
That's fair.
At worst, like Mario Galaxy. Mario Galaxy 2 was the latest Mario platformer, right?
Yeah.
Like
Odyssey
Mario
looks sick.
Odyssey is coming up in a couple weeks, but Mario Galaxy 1 and 2 were phenomenal. I would buy a Nintendo if I didn't own one. I would buy a Nintendo Wii just to play Mario Galaxy.
It crossed my mind the first time I played it.
Fantastic
I was like, I should buy a
games.
Wii.
Yeah.
I never did.
I like the controls in Rayman. Mario's known for its tight controls, but the way Rayman reacts in terms of animations as well as the controls, I feel that it is more complete than Mario. As Mario, its controls are super tight, but the animations are less pronounced.
Yeah.
And I feel that Rayman
Has more character.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Maybe Nintendo kind of relies on the fact that like people know Mario.
Yeah.
People know this character. We don't have to flourish, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, Rayman Origins, Rayman Legends, I was thinking about them today just because we were doing like Mario stuff. And I remember like thinking about like, should I bring that up?
But this is like saying
what evil have I wrought?
Well, yeah.
It's like saying like fucking like, you know what, lobster's better than steak, you know, like they're both great. They're both fantastic,
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I would say steak is better than lobster. So that's a perfect analogy.
So would I. So would I personally. Yeah.
No, Peter, you're an outlier.
I said so would I.
Yeah, but you also thought that Rayman was better than Mario.
But
I do.
I like
digress.
steak more than lobster, so maybe
We all like
this is
steak.
a bad metaphor.
I'm
No, but
dissembling.
it's good surf and turf example.
A good surf and turf example. That's one hell of a fishing pot you got there.
One hell of a fishing pot you got there. Fill that shit with surf and turf. Good.
Yeah.
Now we got a camping trip.
Yeah.
We're done.
Take a fishing pot, fill it with surf and turf, put it on a piece of corn.
You
have an episode of Lore Boys.
That's the Lore Boys brand right there.
Did I mention I didn't eat before this cast? I'm so hungry, man.
You did mention it.
So Beepo.
Anyway, the Rabbids bust in, and they're causing some havoc, as Rabbids do.
They are wont to do.
They end up, and Genius Girl is also a fan of Mario. So Mario is a video game in the Rayman universe now. That's
shit.
That's canon.
That's canon? Okay.
Yeah, that's canon. And they start fucking around with the Super Merge because they're idiots. And
They're just trying stuff.
one of them gets fused with it.
Oh,
and
wait. do they end up accidentally merging the Rabbids, the Rayman, and the Mario universe with the super merge?
Not really.
Because it can merge any two things?
It's much stupider than that.
It seems a little on the nose.
That would make more sense than what actually happens.
You gotta keep in mind this is a children's game,
what
man.
The
Like
super merge, children are fucking stupid, and they should demand more.
Children, rise up!
Rise up against your parents. So basically what happens is they use the super merge on some of the Rabbids. They create the Rabbid Peach and the Rabbid Mario and the Rabbid Luigi and the Rabbid Yoshi. And then also somehow take Beepo and transport everybody to the Mushroom Kingdom.
As they do, yeah.
And that's it. And then upon arrival, hang on, there we go. Upon arrival, the super merge fused itself with a Rabbid who's wearing it. And then Bowser Jr. eventually befriended that Rabbid, names him Spawny, and then he intends to use the Super Merge to create an army to take over the Mushroom Kingdom.
Okay.
So basically, Bowser Jr. now is just like, hey, I'm going to use all these stupid rabbits, I'm going to fuse them with shit using Spawny, and I'm going to create an army, take over the Mushroom Kingdom, and kill maybe my mom, though, Princess Peach.
But the Rabbids merged with Mario, Luigi... Princess Peach and Yoshi are good?
Yes.
Okay, so it's just the generic Rabbids that are bad.
Merged with
They're too easily influenced.
That are the bad.
Presumably.
That are the bad ones.
Yeah.
So that's how they get there. They end up creating all that shit. In the meantime, Mario, Luigi, Yoshi, Toadette, Toad, and Princess Peach are all inaugurating a new Princess Peach statue because she's an egomaniac.
Yeah, she very much is.
Yeah. She's like, oh, why don't I just have all my friends over so that we can just build this new statue to me, the monarch? Aren't you all so happy?
Yeah.
Anyway, time itself is cracked asunder, and a bunch of fused up crazy rabbits pour it. A vortex opens in the sky, and then sucks in some people, and then everybody goes in there.
Oh, shit.
And then at some point over a place that's just like outside Princess Peach's castle, known as the Ancient Gardens, Beepo gains rabbit ears and an outline of 2 rabbit teeth in the front. So Beepo is slightly merged with a rabbit, and now is like a rabbit Roomba. And that's when that's also when the super merge fuses with one of the rabbits, and he goes off to become Spawny.
So I'm still a little bit confused. What is a super merge? Like, it's not like the verb, right?
It's a thing.
It's a piece of tech that can fuse 2 things together.
Okay. It's the Cortex Vortex that somebody has invented. Dr. Genius or...
Can you say that in Lindsay Lohan terms?
Genius Girl.
Yeah, she's not a doctor yet.
Lindsay Lohan terms?
Lindsay Lohan terms.
It takes Jamie Lee Curtis and Lindsay Lohan and fuses them into one body.
Yeah, making a sexy Jamie Lee Curtis.
That is totally understandable.
Yeah, 80s Jamie Lee Curtis.
Yeah, you're right. There already is a sexy Jamie Lee Curtis.
Yeah, it's current sexy. It's current Jamie Lee Curtis. Exactly.
I understand. Thank you. Move on.
Well, in that case, fine. It's like whatever. Like realigns paper stack sound effects. just cut that in.
It's getting cut in everywhere now. every time I need to cut, it's gonna be you going realign paper stack sound effect.
Little tidbit in the last episode, rather than putting in the beep, Peter made like a beep just like as a joke because he liked that sound, and I almost used Peter's beep instead of the beep, but it didn't quite fit. Yeah.
I'm kind of fan.
Yeah,
happy that you did that.
Yeah.
Anyway, so they like Mario ends up saving Beepo from being crushed by the time washing machine, which is something that the rabbits use.
Good for him.
And then upon landing, they soon encounter Rabbid Peach and Rabbid Luigi.
Okay.
They joined the team because they were fused with amiibos, I guess, and ended up being good.
Amiibos are canon in the Rabbids universe now?
I guess, because like Genius Girl's a fan of Mario and had some
had the Mario
amiibos and accidentally fused them with some evil rabbits, and then that transported them also to the Mushroom Kingdom as fused together rabbit versions of that character.
Okay.
And then but then they have to fight off various Ziggies, and the Ziggies are it's a borderline racist term for rabbids who have been fused with everyday objects. They're the bad guys. It's rabbids who were fused with inanimate objects, and the idea of being fused with a utilitarian object like a paintbrush, their single purpose in life then drove their physical body mad, and now they're bad guys. I don't know. I'm just
dark, man.
speculating at this point.
I like that.
Well,
Was I
like that better.
fused with a single-use tool like a wrench or something? I'd
A
probably
podcast
I'd
host.
probably go mad. If I was fused with a podcast host, I'd
Yeah,
probably
we were all
fucking mind.
we all were though. I think.
Ugh.
I think that's how we ended up here
Yeah.
in this torment, in this Sisyphusian torment.
I can't live without this.
We keep downloading the podcast, but the download never finishes. What would you say? You can't live with this torment?
No, without this. This is like I'm fused so much with this
Yeah, that's
podcast
it.
that if it ended, I would end.
This
Oh, yeah.
this podcast is my boulder, and I'm rolling it up a hill for eternity. You know what I
And
mean?
it always falls down. Ethan must be happy.
Yeah.
Oh.
We speculate.
I Chumbawamba's that thing.
It gets rolled down. I roll it up again. Damn good. Roll me
Yeah.
down.
Gets it.
Yeah,
You think
exactly.
me confused?
Just like the Greek moral about Chumbawamba.
Yeah, it's like Nietzsche wrote about Chumbawamba.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
He postulates that
Yeah.
Chumbawamba must be happy.
Yeah. I think Pliny wrote about him too. Yeah.
yeah.
I don't know if we come off as intellectuals or people who just got lucky and took shitty college courses. Because I think we're a decent, what the super fuse?
We're a good pseudo-intelligent podcast.
Merge? Yeah, exactly.
Quasi-
All I know
intelligent.
is that I took psychology, and every time I ring a bell, Ethan drinks a whole beer, then spills it onto his pants.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I drink one, spill one onto my pants.
Yeah.
I don't know
mean,
why.
You gotta do something.
The weirdest thing is I'm aware of it, and I still do it. Because I'm pretty sure Pavlov's dogs weren't aware of the bell ringing experiment.
The news experiment's called Ethan's crotch.
I was gonna call it. I was
yeah.
gonna call it Miller's man.
Yeah.
It's just like an even more kind of like dark, like human experiment.
I live in a constant state of wondering if Jamie explaining the experiment to me is a part of a grander experiment that I'm not aware of.
He's just so suspicious. You wore him down.
That's
pretty
it.
nicely. It's good that you convinced him to host this podcast. for us.
Every time Jamie explains an experiment to me, I drink a beer, and I don't know why.
And anyway, as they travel, the new gang of Peach, Rabid Peach, Rabid Luigi, and
Raluigi.
actual Mario.
Ramario.
They later catch a glimpse of the vortex that transport over there. They call it the Megabug.
Megabug.
Soon afterwards, they meet Luigi, who's, I don't know, probably cowering in a ditch somewhere because he's a big old pussy.
That's his thing, yeah.
Yep, exactly.
His thing
I
is
like
being
him,
a
man.
wuss.
And the Rabbid with the Supermerge headset. And they're both scared by a piranha plant who just comes out of fucking nowhere.
And you would think at this point they wouldn't be that scared of them. I mean, if you spin jump on them, you could jump off
Listen,
of them.
dude,
It's like,
we're still afraid of lions, and humans are from Africa.
I'm not.
If I was scared of any enemy in that game, it would be Piranha Plant, because I remember in Mario Party 1, there's like, you have to go from island to island, like doing the mini games.
Yeah.
And there's a Piranha Plant game where you're on a skateboard, and you had to like roll your fucking stick in circles like that.
and just break that joystick.
break your joystick, and also caused a blister within my hand because of this Piranha.
So after they find the piranha plant, the rabbit who has the Supermerge gets a little spooked, and he ends up fusing another rabbit with the piranha plant, creating the Parabid plant. Mario's team,
Creative.
whatever the characters you choose are, Mario's team successfully slaughters it.
The creativity that they had in creating this Mario Rabbids universe has obviously been exhausted at this point because they're just like everything
this
is
chapter 1.
Yeah,
by the
everything
way.
is per rabbid.
Yeah.
Like Marabid. Little Rabbid.
And then seeing this, Luigi, ever the coward, is just like, well, everything's done. I guess I'll join the team then.
Yeah.
And then meanwhile, Beepo notices the Megabug has grown in size.
Okay.
So while everybody's going like, and all this dumb bullshit, Bowser Jr. has been observing this the whole time. He sees what happened to the Parabid plant, and he's just like, that headset, that's spooking me out. And he takes a chance to befriend him. This is when he gives him the name Spawny.
Okay.
Okay. With the intent of using Spawny's powers to take over the Mushroom Kingdom while his father is on vacation, which for some reason is written down on these notes.
It happens. Any game with Bowser Jr. as the main enemy, it's because Bowser's on vacation.
Exactly. The next rabbit they have to fight is Rabid Kong, who's a big, burly, buff, sexy man.
It's Donkey Kong?
It's Donkey Kong Rabbit. It's
yeah.
Rabid Kong. And
How did I know?
They defeat him, and he falls off the platform that they're standing on into
Okay.
a pit of some description.
Okay.
Mario's team then venture to the Sherbert Desert, or Sherbert Desert. I don't know how you're supposed to Sherbert Desert. I don't know.
Is there one S
something-
or two S's?
Sherbert Desert 1. Yeah. Where they get a message from someone known as FB, and they discover that the Megabug is growing. Okay?
FB.
Facebook.
Exactly.
I don't think so, but
They
maybe.
also-
It's taking over the world.
They also find a rabid Mario frozen in an ice cube, and they take him with them, placing the ice cube in a door in the hopes of freeing him.
Okay.
The door opens, and they soon encounter Bowser Jr. and Spawny again. Bowser Jr. and Spawny look at Mario's team, which agitates the rabbit, activating the Super Merge's powers. Just before it activates, Bowser Jr. turns Spawny away, causing him to create Blizzy and Sandy, who are an ice and a
sandstorm
powered rabbit. Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have a question.
Mario's team defeats them. Was that the answer to the question?
No. The Super Merge can merge any two things, right?
Yes.
Could it merge itself with something?
You'd probably need a mirror. I don't know.
What if a super merge? Yeah, what if a super merge merges a super merge into a super merge? Are they like a super merge?
Is it like an infinite merge?
Because it can merge anything, right? And then could it merge any two things?
No one can answer that but Nintendo.
And Jesus himself.
Well,
Same
obviously, yeah. Jesus works there. He's an intern.
Yeah.
At the end of this, they fight the Icicle Golem, where Princess Peach reappears and saves their dumb asses.
Okay.
She's like, "Need some help, boys," or something. I don't know what Peach
Probably
would,
something
Peach,
like
I don't
that.
know what Peach would say. She has a shotgun in this game.
Oh, I knew that actually. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty badass.
I love that idea.
Well, you know, everybody's got guns now.
Oh my God. Bowser would capture her so many times less if she just had a shot.
If
She
she
had a
just
fucking shotty at her
Blew
side.
away the first time.
Like when I get to my game, if she had a shotgun, the game would be over immediately.
Oh yeah.
Like 99% of Mario games.
Yeah.
Yeah. If she just had a gun or
Yeah.
one bodyguard.
Or one competent
Everything
bodyguard, yeah.
would be fine, yeah.
Yeah.
Karate skills, a gun, or one bodyguard should be fine, yeah. Then they go to Spooky Trails, and they're directed to find two relics of goodness: a gramophone and a boo-shaped balloon. Ooh, whatever.
Is it a boo?
It's a boo-shaped balloon. Under the instruction of the mysterious third party FB.
Is this like your friend Bowser? Is this Father Bowser?
Maybe.
I'm just
maybe.
speculating. now.
Speculate. I don't know. I'm not gonna ruin that. I didn't read that far in the plot synopsis.
I can't wait. I'm
Yeah,
very
exactly.
excited.
After finding the relic, to discover through the message from a mysterious helper that they need a full moon. While finding a way to bring the full moon back, they come across Calavera, who...
Who what?
Calavera is a rabbit merged with a spooky wizard. He's sitting inside a coffin, and he has a big top hat. He's the mid-boss of Spooky Trails. So he's a
Very
rabbit...
good.
He's a rabbit fused with a ghost in a coffin, basically.
Very
Calavera,
good.
he's the mid-boss.
Halle Berry? Catwoman?
Halle Berry? Calavera. Catwoman is the mid-boss of Spooky Trails. Exactly. He's holding
Is she good at basketball though?
Rabid
Yeah.
Yoshi hostage.
Did she get naked in that one movie?
I think there is one movie where you can see Halle Berry naked.
Yeah, it's like Shark Tale.
Yeah. Yeah, it was that.
The one with Jack Black, where
like
Halle
that.
Berry gets naked with all the
Yeah,
sharks.
Something like that.
Anyway, they rescue Rabid Yoshi from Calavera and get the full moon back and invite themselves through the moon gate from the helper. They follow
As you do.
They go through there. Later, they find out that it's actually Bowser Jr. himself was FB. Ooh, it wasn't Genius Girl the
BJ.
whole time. Whatever.
Yeah, that is BJ.
He just like
I know BJ, so that's BJ.
I know BJs. I've met a few BJs
Bowser
in my life.
Jr. after revealing this, then scares Spawny with who has the fusey, the super merge on his face.
Okay.
To fuse Rabbids with the relics of goodness to create the Phantom. The Phantom sings a pre-battle song and is eventually defeated.
Okay,
So
cool.
he fuses himself with those two relics that they got earlier. Whatever. Later they go to the lava pit, a volcano which has been transformed into a factory by Bowser Jr. Here they battle Jr. in his Mecha Jr. Because just like Dr. Robotnik, he's also an egomaniac and builds robot versions of himself that he can drive.
I think that's every time I've seen Bowser Jr. in a Mario game, I've seen Mecha Bowser Jr.
Yeah.
Like Mario Sunshine was the first time I experienced Bowser Jr. I'm not sure if it's the first time he appeared in a game. I doubt it. But
There's the Koopalings are in Super Mario World. I think he's one of them.
oh, like he's
The Koopa Kids or whatever. The bosses in fucking Super Mario World.
Super Mario World 3 had the Koopa Kings, but
no.
Bowser Jr. was not one of them.
in
Yeah.
Super Mario 3, yeah.
No.
No, not in Super Mario World 3. I don't think in Super Mario World.
That was actually created to be Super Mario 2 was created to be something else than it was.
Yeah.
Right? It was created to be another game, which is why you have the 4 characters.
And
you have the fluttery Peach. You have Toad. Who's
Yeah.
That's
fast.
Super Mario 2. That's
That's
the Dream
Super
one.
Mario
That's
World 2.
Doki Doki
But
Panic.
yeah.
That's
Super
the
Mario
reskin.
3
Doki Doki,
is the
yeah.
first one that had save files and hubs and worlds. One.
Super Mario World 3 was a play.
That's right.
a
That's
dramatic. It was supposed to be a dramatic
Yes.
retelling of the
With
first Super Mario
curtains,
World.
explains the costumes.
Yeah,
exactly.
the Super Mario World 2 was lore-wise a dream. It's a dream that some character had. I was
Mario probably.
I
yeah.
love
just,
the
presumably Mario.
I grew up with the NES, and I had Super Mario 1, 2, 3. And
That's probably good. Boss fight too.
it's beautiful.
So they kick the shit out of Mecha Jr., obviously. However, after this battle, Spawny seemingly falls to his doom into the lava pit.
Okay.
However, out of nowhere, Yoshi saves him.
Oh.
Yoshi, and then he joins the team. Yeah. After returning Spawny to safety, Mario's team attempts to leave via a crystal mine. However, Spawny is attracted to the Mega Bug, which has grown strong enough to obtain a physical phoenix-like form.
Shit, dude.
Yeah, I know, this shit's going crazy. Yeah, this is kind of like where the Ubisoft comes in. It's like, listen, guys, you can make your dumb fucking Mario game, don't save your princess or whatever kind of dumb bullshit you want to do, but can we also give it like a plot?
That's it. It's like the scene in Far Cry when you take the drugs and all of a sudden you're like, oh,
Fighting a bunch
magic's
of
real.
TVs. Yeah, exactly.
You're like, oh shit. All of a sudden these tattoos on my arm mean something.
After this, the Mega Bug actually absorbs Spawny before heading in the direction of Bowser's castle. So now we're reaching endgame. So Bowser Jr. returns to tell off Mario's team for allowing Spawny to get kidnapped and the Mega Bug escaping, noting that at least his father is still away. However, he gets a text message from his dad because they have cell phones now in the Mushroom Kingdom.
Yeah.
Decent
They
reception.
should, right? They should.
Exactly.
As they live in castles and eat toad people.
Well, they're trying to identify with the younger generation.
youth.
They have to.
Exactly.
Those
yeah.
those youths,
That's
those
all they
damn
understand. And
millennials.
these kids have phones in their hands from 3 years old. Like,
Bowser Jr. realizing that his dad is in danger because he gets a text message from Bowser saying he's on his way home early rather. Bowser Jr. just flies off to Bowser's castle while Mario's team chases after.
He's presumably is like, oh, I messed up the house from that party.
Exactly. He's just like, oh fuck.
Yeah.
Daddy's coming home, and I started to fuse everything in the kingdom using a laser rabbit with other rabbits, which have now run amok. It's just I'm gonna be so fucking grounded.
Dad's favorite car is like stuck to the garage door, and it's just going up.
Yeah.
You fuse your dad's favorite car with a rabbit. Now it's like a rabbit car.
Or just with the garage door.
Yeah,
No,
exactly.
your dad's car is a garage door.
Yeah.
On the way
Is there a device which can separate any two things,
Oh, we'll get to that.
or is this permanent?
Oh, we'll see.
Ooh.
Some spoilers.
I'm
It's
very
It's a
excited.
spoiler cast.
Yeah.
You don't want spoilers mid
Then-
spoiler
I don't want to
cast.
spoil it for myself.
Then
I like the edging.
Mario invents the atom bomb and separates
It's
everything
every time.
from
He,
everything.
Exactly.
he invents nuclear fission and
Yeah.
just like fucks it all up. Very good. Very good. Very
Yeah,
fun.
then you get your psionic soldiers.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Mario peels Bowser Jr. in half with the power of his mind.
Yeah.
Flays his skin from his body.
As you do. Yeah.
But on the way to Bowser's castle, the gang, Scooby and the gang, Mario
Scoob
and the gang,
Yeah.
they encounter two Rabbids resembling Wario and Waluigi. Now, the Rabbids go blah, and
Yeah,
that is
a lot.
canonically written BWAAH.
Yeah.
Okay?
Okay.
They encounter Wario and Waluigi. And
Two great characters. Can I just say?
you contemplate killing yourself. I understand that's stupid. Yeah, it's just like, well, that's it.
When
Puns
we
are
were-
dead. I'm done.
when I was researching like what Mario story did I really want to do, I looked into Wario's background, and it was Mario knew Wario as children. Like they knew each other when they were growing up, and they were always like schoolyard rivals.
Okay.
Wario's first appearance was in the Wario Land game. It was a Mario Land game, but it featured just Wario as the main character. You couldn't actually play as Mario.
Good
Okay,
game.
And he spends the whole game like looking for a statue of Princess Peach to return to her. And you beat the game, and you recover the statue, and then Mario comes up, steals it to bring back to Princess Peach.
He Neo-Cortex is his little friend there.
So Wario's whole backstory is like his whole life he's been overshadowed by Mario, and the first time he has his big debut, he does the whole thing, he gets the statue, and then Mario runs up and steals it.
What a fucking prick.
Yeah, which leads to his whole being a villain, I guess.
That's Wario's psyche. That's Luigi's psyche. Like Luigi just can't live up to Mario, so he takes the coward route. Right?
Well, Waluigi can't live up to Luigi.
That's even sadder.
Yeah, Waluigi's first appearance was actually in Mario Tennis.
Too hard to be a spineless.
Waluigi out chads or out alphas Luigi though in any books. Like
Chad.
he's like
Luigi's a little. He's a little punk. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's a cowering little punk.
Bit of a bitch.
he does good
Every
stuff.
game,
He jumps good.
he jumps highest in Super Mario World 2.
And if he runs fast in the air, he can float a bit.
Yep.
Yep.
Just like Yoshi.
That's the sound of floating.
That's a
What's the sound of wind again?
That was like 3 months ago and
The OG drunk cast.
hundreds of beers ago.
I have no fucking idea.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyway, they finally they see them, but they're defeated. So Wario and Waluigi, they don't stand a fucking chance.
No.
They punk bitches.
They get
no
crushed.
matter what. Exactly, they get stomped.
Okay.
There's kind of a dark cutscene where after getting if Luigi gets knocked out in the fight,
Okay.
if he gets down, there's like a secret cutscene where he actually curb stomps Waluigi.
Oh. And that's the same cutscene where Mario chokes the life out of Wario.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I'm like a 7 or 8 year old kid like playing. And like, they're like, oh, he died because I'm not good at the game. And then just like stomping, like there's a close up on his teeth, like collapsing
right.
words.
That American History
Yeah,
X
I was gonna
scene.
say. I was
yeah.
just about to say. Weirdly enough, it's a shot-for-shot remake of the scene from American History X where Luigi grabs Waluigi. He's like, "You should have learned your fucking place in the fucking tennis court, Waluigi."
Yeah.
And then he like stomps on the back of his head.
Stomps
yeah.
on his head.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
Oh,
It takes a
yeah.
very oddly dark turn.
Yeah.
Well, that's the Ubisoft touch.
Yeah, that's it. Well, that's the Nintendo touch. Just
It
wait till
made
we
the
get to the
same-
darkest Mario game.
His foot made the same purple movement as the ball when you get a really good hit.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
God.
And there was like a really kind of disconcerting, like in American History X, it's a disturbing scene, but it's made more disturbing in Mario v. Rabbids: Dawn of Justice. When he stomps on the back of his head and it goes boing.
Yeah. Boing, 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 sproing.
A coin pops out
Yeah.
sadly,
Ding,
like,
ding,
rolls
ding.
away like covered in blood. Knew where he's going.
Anyway, they get to Bowser's castle.
Wario and Waluigi are gone.
They're then curb stomped,
Curb stomped into
mad stomped.
unto infinity.
Exactly. And then Luigi is killed in the bathroom at the end of the movie.
Okay. OD.
No, at the end of American History X, he gets shot at school.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Jesus
That's right.
Christ.
That's right.
Yeah, you're thinking of Requiem of a Dream or something.
Yeah. We've got like we're three crossovers deep now. Mario plus Rabbids plus American History X.
Yeah.
Kingdom Battle.
Yeah.
I would play that game.
Oh my god. You've got Mario, Yoshi, and Edward Norton with the swastika on his chest. Oh my god. Yeah, I don't know if Nintendo would sign off on that. Seal of approval on the back of the box.
Yeah.
So once we get to my game, you'll see just how much Nintendo signs off.
Signs off
Oh,
on. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it true that Nintendo's just a company that loves money, and a lot of what we put them up on this pillar is just childhood nostalgia? Is that what you're telling me, Jamie?
Possibly.
Are
But
you telling me that people are naive consumers?
You know what? No one eats Pop Rocks for sustenance, and I liked them when I was a kid, and I think that's a good metaphor.
All things considered,
hashtag no one eats Pop Rocks for sustenance.
yo, put that on a piece of corn.
Put that on a piece of corn. No one eats Pop Rocks
You know
for
what?
sustenance.
All things considered, that's not a bad metaphor. Really, it's not. Pop Rocks are still around, dude. My mom used to eat Pop Rocks.
Yeah.
Anyway, Mega
much
Dragon
blinking.
Bowser is in Bowser's castle. They defeat Bowser, and Bowser is defeated because he's the bad guy. Freeing the Mega Bug that tries to attack Mario's team. Because the Mega Bug now is like under the control of Bowser, apparently. Said team attacks the Mega Bug, finally destroying it. Because it gets freed from Bowser's clutches, and it's just like, "Brrr," it's just an evil portal, right?
Yeah.
They seemingly closing the rift while also freeing Spawny. Bowser Jr. takes Spawny back to the team and thanks him for what they've done because he's had a change of heart, because he's a fucking coward. I'm just saying. Stick to your
sing-song voice.
Yeah.
Stick to your principles. Anyway, fear of being chastised by his father, he tries to convince him to speak to Bowser on his behalf, but Mario's team return to Princess Peach's castle because they don't give a fuck. They give him the cold shoulder. He's just like, listen, guys, I'm sorry I attacked you with all those mutant rabbit monsters, but maybe you could talk to my dad. But they go back to the castle now to tell her the threat is no more, despite the fact she was on the team. Bit of a plot hole, not going fine. While also inaugurating the new statue of Rabid Peach. Rabid Peach then takes a selfie with the group. That sentence hurts my body. After this, Beepo sends a letter to his past self with the weapons through the time washing machine and reveals that FB is actually future Beepo.
Oh, you told me that FB was Bowser Jr. and you lied to me.
I did lie to you. I told you I wasn't going to spoil it mid-cast. And that is Kingdom Battle.
Good job.
Kingdom Battle.
That's Kingdom Battle.
I don't need to buy a Switch.
It's a standalone game. Yeah, neither do I. It's a standalone game because we're doing a triple cast.
Yeah.
Triple cast for life.
Triple cast for life.
Triple X hardcore for
So
life.
that was the most dangerous Mario game.
Yeah.
How was it the most dangerous? Can you elaborate a little bit?
It was the most dangerous Mario game because you're hunting your fellow man. You're hunting rabbids, other rabbids, but also because it's mostly because it's attacked this game very much in the vein of XCOM.
Yeah.
There's no permadeath, but it's XCOM being the most dangerous game.
Yeah.
I think personally.
It's the most dangerous that a Mario game could get.
Exactly.
I can't get into XCOM casually because it just keeps kicking my ass.
You know what you really
It's an
have to do?
ass-kicking game.
You got to do what I did from the start. Like I was lucky because
I'm hurt yourself with video games.
I'm a big well. You guys know I'm a video game masochist, right? That's my reputation.
That much is clear.
Yeah. Like I play things for 10 hours that I don't even like, and then publicly give up on them on the internet.
That's your brand. Yeah.
Exactly. The thing I started out with because Alexi recommended XCOM to me.
Yeah.
And he was just like, listen, the main thing to do, it'll make you play better, but it'll also make the game better. Build yourself a squad.
Yeah.
Customize all of your soldiers. Name them after people you know. Name them after people that you fucking admire. Name them after characters you like. But I recommend this to you. And the second game knew this. In the second game, you can create a character pool that will appear in every single
no matter
campaign
what.
you make.
Yeah.
So for me, I've always got Charles Dickens' Three Christmas Ghosts. I've got James Joyce. I've got my sister. I've got Stuart, and I've got Kyle, and I've got fucking some of the characters that I saved from the older games, or some rando generated characters that turned out good, and I remember their names, man.
Yeah.
My neighbor at work, actually, we work in a customer service across the world type of company, right?
Yeah.
So we have multi-ethnic people, right? So anytime my coworker sees a Chinese agent or a Chinese soldier, they'll name it after a Chinese agent. Oh, that's Chow. They see someone who's Scottish, they named it after me because I'm 3/4 Scottish.
Yeah.
He kept me alive so far. Killed the Chinese guy. Racist.
Well, he didn't kill
Racist. That son of a bitch.
There's
How dare he?
sacrifices need to be made, man.
Yeah, exactly.
I know. I have a lot of squaddies who were just like rando characters. Like I know it's William Hertz, Adrian Becker, and James Brown.
Okay.
Are three randomly generated squaddies who survived the first game. Who I remade.
Who now they're consistent
Who I
characters.
remade the second one. It's like if you I think you should spend like a day, make yourself 30 characters based on people you know or people that you like, or just people that you can create. Like I was reading James Joyce at the time, which is why I made him in the game. But like if you have characters from books and you know what they look like, or if you just see a face you kind of recognize, make yourself a character pool, and that makes XCOM way better.
Actually, at our work, we downloaded the game on our work computer, and everyone in the office was encouraged on their break to upload an image of themselves. And we all did it, and it was like really fun because now you can download this character pack and play with the 100 people you work with.
I have a character. If anybody's interested, actually, just because of a lot of our listeners work with Jamie and Ethan. If anyone is interested, this is not like one of those jokey tweet at me some hate shit. If you actually want my character pack from XCOM 2, I'd be happy to create that file. You can let people know in person. If you're listening to this right now, I'd absolutely send out my character pack. I have a lot of my friends, so all the friends I created, because you get a call sign, everyone I created in XCOM is someone I have a nickname for. So like Kyle is Magic Man, Stuart is Timbuk Stew, and then I have my sister is Waltron, Aya is Aya Lamau, and then there's like a bunch of fictional characters or like authors or famous people or whatever.
For the record, every time we've asked you to tweet porn at Peter, that has not been one of those jokey times that he's referring to. I'm not sure what he's talking about.
I
definitely tweet at him your Sonic porn, your Diablo porn.
No, the fan fiction porn is a request. If you want my XCOM characters, that's a request. The only thing I was actually joking about was the hate. Don't be mean at me.
Don't be mean.
Don't be mean at me.
He's a fragile flower.
Tell Peter how Ethan should improve himself.
Yeah,
I think that's a good outlet for that.
Yeah,
Ethan should improve
that's the only way that I'll listen.
Yeah, exactly.
Ethan should improve himself right now by telling us about some Mario bullshit.
Yeah, what's your game?
Kingdom Battle's done. So
we had the most dangerous. Now, what is the most dark? Is that your
most dangerous game?
So I'm going to talk about the darkest Mario game.
Ooh, Mario Shadowland.
Mario.
Shadow of War.
Fuck that game.
It's basically breaking.
Yeah, fuck that game.
Okay, yeah, that's another episode, but fuck that game.
It's basically breaking Mario.
Breaking Mario.
Breaking Mario. Yeah.
Is the stars meth?
So
Does stars meth?
it all meths.
Oh, okay.
The game is called Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga.
Okay.
The game opens. We have an ambassador from the Bean Bean Kingdom.
The what?
The Bean Bean Kingdom.
Okay.
And her
Sounds
assistant.
racist, but okay.
They're on their way to see Princess Peach. Her assistant has a box with his dick in it. They're walking up to go see Princess Peach, and he has his dick in a box.
Okay.
They walk up, they see Princess Peach in a very jack-in-the-box fashion. His package erupts from the box and sprays Princess Peach's face with this white, smoky substance. At the exact same time, the ambassador, now revealed as not actually an ambassador, but an evil witch and drug lord, Cacletta.
Cacletta is a good name.
She administers a dose of LSD to the entirety of Princess Peach's royal guard, while her associate
You should say mushrooms. That's better.
is
I don't get the reference.
mushrooms would work probably.
Yeah. Sorry.
So these royal guards, they start to hallucinate. They start to experience a bunch of hallucinations, including but not limited to the ambassador herself transforms and her assistant transform into grotesque monsters, and the walls start to bleed technicolors. So the walls start to bleed a multitude of colors. This ambassador has now transformed into a horrific monster. Psychologically damaged, the royal guard retreat while the princess is stunned on the throne with a face full of this smoke, which has come off of the ambassador's or the witch's assistant's object in a box.
Right.
Is that the little guy who calls everyone a Finkrat?
Yeah, Fawful.
Yeah, that's why I called myself Finkrat earlier.
Oh, okay.
We've come full circle.
I didn't get that at all.
Yeah.
That legitimately went way over my head.
Yeah.
I'm very, retroactively, hindsight's 2020 to anybody listening. I am very sorry I didn't get that.
No, I played this shit out of Superstar Saga. Just in terms of experience, I didn't play any of your game. I played a ton of that game.
Yeah.
Well, the game that I talked about just came out. I haven't
came
played
out.
my game either.
So this attendant Fawful, calling everyone Finkrat,
Yeah.
is kind of considerate.
Is that the
He decides to clean off
kind of like giggling guy with the big teeth?
No.
No.
Oh wait, no, he has kind of big teeth.
He's like-
He's a little green guy, yeah. You're doing the face. For all the listeners at home, Peter's doing the
I
face
wish that
of
we could
Fawful.
film that as a gift. That was good. You had him down.
Yeah, okay, but at least I know what you guys are talking about. Yeah, I've seen it.
So after his object in a box spewed a bunch of stuff all over Princess Peach's face,
Good.
he decides to clean it all up. He pulls a vacuum out of his hat and sucks all the stuff off of her face. And the two villains then retreat to their floating fortress.
Just anybody who's listening to this who might be, maybe your first time if you're a younger viewer, just if you ever need to clean up a little mess, accidents happen to everybody. It's okay. Puberty's a difficult thing.
Just pull that vacuum out of your hat.
Keep a vacuum in your hat.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
what I'm talking about, boys. That's
Keep
it.
a vacuum in your hat, you Finkrat.
Yeah.
So now we cut to Toad. We cut to Toad, a pretty recurrent Mario character, I'd say.
Yep.
Wait, fun fact. His fucking mushroom head, that's a hat.
That's a hat, yeah.
Yeah. If you ever...
What?
You guys, Google Toad without his hat. It is the funniest, baldest, three-haired thing that you'll ever see.
Yeah. That's why they all have the same hat. 'cause
What's Mario's last name?
Mario.
Yep. You
Mario,
got that
Mario.
one. You got that one. What's Luigi's last name?
Mario.
You guys got it. Yeah, okay.
Luigi Mario.
Yeah, okay, cool.
Yeah.
That's the end of fun facts.
Wait a
segment.
second.
Move
Hang on a second. It's like none of us decided to do the '80s movie, eh?
No.
No, that is an episode.
That's
unto
90s
itself.
though.
Fuck yeah.
With that's 90s though. With
Bob Hoskins and John Leguizamo.
John Leguizamo,
Leonardo
that's 90s.
DiCaprio. Leonardo DiCaprio and
Dennis
Leonardo
Matt
DiCaprio,
Damon.
Matt Damon.
And,
Dennis Hopper.
Dennis Hopper. Dennis Quaid.
Olivia Wilde.
Judy Dench. Judy Dench is in it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a great movie.
Ian McKellen.
Yeah. John Malkovich.
John Malkovich.
Ethan
It's
Palmer.
directed by the Coen Brothers.
Ethan Palmer's in
Ethan
it.
Palmer's in it.
Directed by the Coen Brothers. It was a very good movie.
Yeah, well, that by default means John Goodman. Who
George
else?
Clooney.
George Clooney's in it.
Yeah,
exactly.
Brad Pitt.
John Turturro.
Yeah.
Who's
John
that
Turturro.
little snaky guy from Fargo?
Steve Buscemi.
Oh,
Buscemi, yeah.
Is that no? That's not. Is that him?
Yeah.
Steve Buscemi's in Fargo.
So now we cut to Toad, presumably on his come down after getting administered all those doses of LSD. He's rushing to Mario and Luigi's house.
LSD has no come downs.
Luigi is outside. Luigi's outside doing hanging up laundry. Luigi in this universe,
Classic bitch Luigi.
Luigi in this universe, the Superstar Saga universe, is clean. So he's over this, and he sees Toad in his drug-fueled episode or his come down, and says, "You know what? Go find Mario. I can't deal with your shit right now." Toad runs inside, finds Mario. Mario's showering.
Yeah.
Shows Toad his dick.
I remember this.
Toad gets all embarrassed.
Yeah.
I
remember this so much.
So Toad eventually tells them, "Hey, Princess Peach is in trouble. Like, you guys do this thing, right?" So Mario and Luigi, the buddy cop duo, are like, "Yeah, okay, we'll go check it out." They'd
be a really shitty buddy cop movie because they like get along.
Yeah,
this is the first game where they actually like. Not only two player but one player, they really interact with each other, and they are the core mechanics of the game is Mario and Luigi.
Yeah.
And you're switching between Mario being the lead guy and Luigi being the lead guy, and then depending your A and B moves are different depending on who's the lead.
Yeah.
And it helps you solve puzzles. So effectively you have 4 different tools to solve a puzzle at any given moment.
Awesome.
Yeah,
it's cool. The A button is like Mario jump, and the B button is like Luigi jump.
and there's a
By
spin
default.
jump
Yeah.
and a jump, normal jump, and like depending on who's in front.
Yeah,
you do
exactly.
something
It's
different.
because I'm just an ignorant Nintendo caveman. I'm not even sure what Superstar Saga games look like.
It's a turn-based RPG with dodge timings
Is
and
Super
attack
Mario
timings.
RPG part of this?
No,
No,
it's similar.
not. Please download this game though. Like honestly, try for a bit on an emulator on your phone, and I'm telling you, if you won't like it, then you won't like me.
Do you like turn-based RPGs?
It's good.
Well, I play a lot of XCOM and a lot of fucking Banner Saga, so I guess so.
No, not
This
the same.
game hit me right in the feels when I was like
Turn-based, more like Final Fantasy.
Yeah.
I don't like Final Fantasy.
But there's dodge timings, so when an enemy attacks you, you hit a button with an appropriate timing and you dodge their attack. And there's attack timings where you deal double damage if
So
you...
Mario and Luigi's Bowser's Inside Story, is that part of this?
No.
Is that what I'm picturing?
Not part of this. I'm not
this
sure what
is
that
a
is.
turn-based game, RPG turn-based game where you have multiple moves and you have power when defending and attacking. So you always are in control,
Cool.
whether you're attacking or defending. And it's hard to defend properly. It's semi-easy to attack properly,
Yeah.
but you can get combos by attacking better
Yeah, that's
by
it.
using different button combos. But man, that game feels tight as fuck.
So,
Great game.
Tight as fuck.
TAF.
You gotta put that shit on the box.
Yeah, it's
More
good.
boys.
Yeah. E for everyone. TAF.
Yeah,
Fuck.
tight as fuck. So the duo show up, Mario and Luigi show up to the castle, only to find notorious crime boss and Peach's former pimp, Bowser, King Koopa,
Oh shit!
trying to coerce the princess.
This is a street level game.
Yeah. Bowser, or the King, as he's known on the street, is trying to coerce the princess into leaving with him. Seeing his most hated buddy cop duo, the King flies into a rage and attacks Mario and Luigi.
Dang.
So Mario and Luigi, being the good cops that they are, beat the shit out of this criminal. Right after they do that, Toad...
But which one of the good cops is an alcoholic?
that would be Mario, for sure.
Okay, good.
Luigi's clean.
Okay.
So Toad, at this point, informs them that Peach's voice has been stolen and replaced with what is referred to as the explosive voice.
Okay.
Now, this, in the context of the game, is a metaphor. This is a way of describing Princess Peach after the embarrassing debacle with the foreign diplomats and the whole smoke on her face business. She's turned to using her voice to cut down her peers with scathing commentary. Bowser, not wanting to bring the irate princess back to his harem, agrees to help Mario put a hit on the people who did this to her. So, Princess
Superstar is like a noir then.
Yeah, it's much like that, yeah. Because like literally now, the cops, Mario and Luigi, have to team up with the criminal Bowser to take out these people that did this to Peach.
For anyone who's listening at home, it doesn't feel this way when you play it. Ethan is painting it in a certain light. But
Well,
it
this is
a
exact-
great light.
this is exactly how it goes.
Art is interpretive, goddammit.
Yeah.
I agree, but most people wouldn't interpret it this way. But I love it. I love it. Keep going. Yeah.
So Mario and Bowser hop into Bowser's Pimpmobile called the Koopa Cruiser.
Nice.
Koopa Cruiser spelled Koopa with a K,
Cruiser with a K.
Cruiser with a C.
Oh,
I thought that was odd.
That is very odd.
That's a little. It seems like a little.
Painting,
what?
It's painting Bowser as a bit of an
Only-
unstable
yeah.
gentleman.
Yeah, right.
Only now will I quit Nintendo games. That's
Yeah.
fucked up.
Yeah. Literally unplayable.
So they hop into his Pimp-mobile with a couple of his with a couple of Bowser strong arms called the Bowser Buddies. Luigi, being clean these days, says, "You know what, Mario? This is your thing. I can't go with you. I can't do this with you." Sure enough, Bowser is not okay with Luigi the cop being out there on his own doing his own thing and says, "No, you gotta come with us," and gets his strong arms to bring Luigi along.
Luigi's gonna mess things up for my whole plan. I'm trying to cooperate with you. But listen, I can't have no renegades out on my streets.
That's it.
Sort of thing, right?
Exactly
Yeah.
like that. So he gets his
I
guys.
played the game and that was it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they
Can't have no renegades on my streets.
Yeah.
Is the text?
Is the
I thought
text.
it was a poor translation, but it's,
That shows up, yeah.
It's supposed to be taken literally. Right?
I'd say it was a Japanese game. Like,
Yeah. Yep.
So now the troop is headed to rival gang turf. The Bean Kingdom is what it's referred to.
Shit.
Cacletta,
South side of downtown.
Cacletta, with her right-hand man, Fawful, shows up and shoots the Koopa Cruiser out of the sky. So while they're driving there, they pull up beside them, fucking blow out the tires, make them drive right off the fucking interstate. Yes, Peter, you have a question?
I do have a question. Didn't realize the Pimp-mobile could fly.
Yeah, it's like
I'm sorry, that was a statement.
so like before you start World 1 in this game, like the introduction is like you start to fight someone on the Pimp Cruiser, which is Bowser's cruiser, and you have to like take passport photos to get onto it, which is your photos in your like start menu for the rest of the game. And me being the person who played the game and has not taken the dark route, this is what the game is, right? You start off with this Koopa Cruiser and you go onto it and you eventually get launched off of it into the Bean Kingdom. But the Koopa Cruiser is where all the baddies
Bean Kingdom is like what?
is the Kanto, is the Johto, it's the continent you're playing on.
Oh, okay.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah.
That's the Pokemon terms for the Peterman.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you for explaining to me in Pokemon terms.
Yeah.
But, okay, so
Exactly.
the first Pokemon game was Kanto.
Kanto, Johto, Hoenn, Sinnoh.
But okay, first game,
The fifth one,
first generation was
Kanto.
Kanto. Second generation
Johto.
was
Johto.
so Bean is Johto.
Okay.
First Kanto would be Mushroom Kingdom.
Okay.
If we're gonna get dense in the metaphors.
But yeah, exactly. So Mario and Luigi, right after the crash of the car, they get mugged. Of course,
Naturally.
in Bean Kingdom, this is a bad part of town. Honestly, they get mugged. Bowser, meanwhile, gets pinched by the local precinct, and presumably fingered, according to you guys. I don't know.
Fingered as a perp.
Fingered as a perp. Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
he's a criminal, and
Just an expression.
He's an asshole, and he's about to get fingered.
the local precinct picks him
It
up.
happens.
Luckily,
The asshole's natural state.
That's it. Well, the person who. Okay, go on, Ethan. I don't want to keep going with the sentence.
I love it's fucking Jamie's captain of that ship, and he's just like, nope,
No.
Yeah.
Hard to port.
into the sea.
Hard to port. So luckily, the chief of the precinct, Tolstar,
Leo Tolstoy.
Leo Tolstoy himself, author of War and Peace and Anna Karenina,
Yeah, Anna Karenina.
is crooked. And he's willing to accept a bribe for Bowser's release. So he has kidnapped Bowser. He says,
I know there's always something wrong with War
he
and
says,
Peace.
"Hey, I know this guy's a bad guy, and I got him in my fucking prison cell." And Mario and Luigi, buddy cops from the precinct next town over, show up and say, "Hey, we need him. He's our informant. We need him." And Tolstar says, "No, you gotta give me 100 Bean coins." Bean coins, as far as I can tell, all the research I did, it seems like slang for drugs.
Okay, yeah, it
So
sounds like it.
I think it's 100 grams or 100, kilos, perhaps. But
It's
kilos-
legitimate.
100 kilos
It's-
of bean coin sounds like a hell of a lot.
I don't know how high a bean coin gets
the
you.
sober one in the room, they're legitimately just currency.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, no, but you have to like go back and fight around this U-turn to just like get currency to get this guy, and he fucks you over in the end.
Yeah.
But
So-
it's drugs.
So Mario and Luigi set out. They mug and cheat their way to 100 bean coins and return to Tolstar. Seeing the drugs and being as unpredictable as an addict would be, Tolstar decides, I'm going to keep Bowser and I'm going to take the fucking coins from you.
Oh, you don't put up with that though, I bet.
So the buddy cop duo kicks his teeth in, but not before one of his cronies manages to set Bowser up in a cannon and shoot him across the kingdom.
What?
As you do. So now the adventure is on. The brothers are setting out across unfamiliar turf to try and recover a known criminal whom they're using to help them beat up someone who insulted Mario's girlfriend.
Oh.
Is what it boils down to, right? They find the Prince of Bean Bean at one point and knock him senseless.
Arguably, if I was going to sell drugs to people, I would probably call myself the Prince of Bean Bean.
Prince of Bean Bean. That's
Great
it.
name.
No,
Great
I
name.
mean, the Queen of Bean Bean is the queen of the Bean Bean turf.
Yeah.
Presumably, she is the drug queen pin of the area.
She has a burlesque house as well. All of her dancers are trained murderers.
Yeah, this is her son.
They front all pretty, but what they are is actually more hardened than any soldier you've ever met.
The house is called Flick the Bean Bean.
Yeah, exactly. Excuse me. So they meet him. He's tweaking, and he wants to fight them, and they beat the shit out of him. Eventually, they knock him out of his high, I guess. And he eventually thanks them for helping him get his shit together. They barter. They keep looking for Bowser. They eventually barter a weapon off one of the locals, which is a hammer, of course. The first thing they do with this hammer is vandalism.
Vandalism, okay.
They destroy a statue using the hammer. Just like they go to this new part of town, there's a statue there. They're like, it's in our fucking way.
Mario and Luigi, iconoclast.
They just smash it down.
It was really a socialist, and it started a whole war, but they didn't know
that. Yeah. With their violent impulses quelled, they head to Bean Bean Castle, the heart of this drug empire, and confront Lady Lima, the one whom Cackletta was masquerading as.
Lima Bean, if you didn't get it.
Lady Lima, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's not the capital of Peru. Queen of Lima.
Queen of Lima. So at the beginning of this game, Cackletta the witch was pretending to be an ambassador. So they go to see the actual ambassador, whom she was pretending to be.
Is she shackled to a radiator in a basement?
No, actually. She's just kind of hanging out, which is kind of strange. So they go to see her, Lady Lima. She doesn't believe them. She sends them to fix some leaky pipes in their basement.
This level, man.
Because Mario and Luigi are plumbers.
Oh, yeah.
Turns out that fix a leaky pipe refers to disabling the security systems of the castle.
And also puzzle game where you got to put pipes where pipes go. So to continue the pipes.
It's very good fun.
Yeah.
It's very good and very fun.
Pipes in the pipes.
So, it turns out that disabling the security systems of castles is actually Mario and Luigi's specialty because they have no problem with it and they just turn off all the security systems in the castle.
They turn off the sprinklers, all of a sudden they can just walk in the front door.
Yeah, so they feign surprise.
Plumbers, am I right?
They feign surprise when it turns out that Lady Lima, with whom they'd spoken, was once more Cackletta. So this impersonator, or this woman who was supposed to have been impersonated was just the same woman being impersonated again by Cackletta.
Meta.
And the real Lady Lima, once they finally meet her, shackled to a radiator, sends them after the witch. On the way, they run into Queen Bean, who is the queen of Bean Bean Kingdom, the drug queen pin, like I said earlier, under the effects of a belly black worm. During my research, the closest comparison I could find to our universe was bath salts. It seems like she's under the effects of bath salts.
She's high on her own supply.
Exactly.
That's the mistake, man.
Well, she's
been Biggie.
Yeah,
dude, listen to Biggie. 1, his music is great. 2, listen to Biggie's advice.
Yep.
That's some good advice.
Never said anything wrong.
Never once said a thing wrong.
That's probably untrue.
Almost certainly.
Almost certainly untrue.
I'll stand by it.
That's fine.
Good. At least we got the spectrum going on.
We're all on the spectrum.
We all have differing but similar opinions.
Yeah, exactly. You know what? It'd be if Lore Boys. If this was the Lore Boys Echo Chamber instead of the Lore Boys podcast, I don't think we'd be having nearly as much fun.
Exactly.
Nope.
Or we would be believing we were having more fun than we actually are instead of the real fun we're currently having.
Yeah, I'm glad the foam on the walls have not created less of an echo chamber. Oh no, it did. No, the foam on the walls didn't create an echo chamber.
The reason we put them up was to
agree with each other less.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's what gave me a different opinion about
Has
Biggie
nothing
Smalls.
to do with sound.
And what he said was the foam that we put up on the walls.
Okay, yeah.
So the brothers, after they beat the shit out of the queen, they're sent. The queen is like,
"That's a good out of context sentence."
The queen is like, "Yo, I need some of that Chicola Reserve." So she literally sends him to get her some fucking liquor to help her with her come down off these bath salts. It's described as an antidote for the queen. So the brothers make it to the brewery, literally a brewery.
I just need to sober up. Go give me some liquor.
Yeah, that's it.
I did come down.
They recover the queen's Colt 45. They return it to her.
Maybe that's all we need.
When Mario gives her the Colt 45, Mario literally spits it into her mouth.
That's hot.
That's how it's given to the queen.
She's the baby bird of the situation.
She is the baby bird in this equation. Like every drug addict is a baby bird.
Yes.
Here we are with the queen.
And the dealer is the
mama bird. Mama bird puking in your mouth.
Except the baby bird doesn't have to pick up cans and rob houses to get food from the mama.
That is true. Unlike a drug addict.
Yeah, I mean the baby bird has to just sit there in a nest and hope it doesn't get eaten by eagles.
Yeah. Although drug addicts do yell a lot, as baby birds also yell a lot.
The eagle risk is pretty low.
That is true.
I did see a picture on Nature is Scary
of a drug addict in a nest.
Twitter thing.
Okay, there's a good parallel between an eagle pillaging a baby bird's nest, and the eagle representing liberty in the United States and the war on drugs. Boom.
Oh,
Ethan.
Oh,
man,
right.
Yeah. You roasted United States.
Political. Oh, take that, United States.
You know what? He said it.
Yeah,
he meant it.
Ethan is too woke for this life.
Too woke. Too woke
it's
for you
3 in the
lizards.
morning. He's woke.
For you lizards.
So the queen, now that she's, stabilized,
Yeah.
at least she's come down off her bath salts. She reveals that Cacletta, the witch, is peddling her drugs from the university. A rival. This is like an upstart drug lord, basically. So Cacletta's at the university. She's there trying to activate what's referred to as the Bean Star.
Okay.
A device which has the power to grant wishes. It was described as the protector of the Bean Kingdom.
Yeah, of course.
So I think grant wishes refers to drugs. Again, this is like
everything is always drugs.
If you're a drug addict,
shoot up,
that's your wish.
That's it. You shoot up and you're like, I have exactly what I want. So she's there trying to get this to work for her, and this is like the ultimate drug. Nobody's made it work yet. It turns out it needs Princess Peach's voice to activate this drug.
Can I hear your best impression of
that's like ASMR
of the
shit.
voice?
Mario.
Oh man,
I think mine earlier was
my
pretty good.
bean is activated.
My bean is fucking activated. Yeah. So when her assistant Fawful evacuated on her face earlier, it turns out they were trying to steal her voice. But they took that voice and they put it into a bunch of robots called Peachbots. And when those Peachbots spoke, they just drove the Beanstar crazy. And the Beanstar caused an earthquake and caused the floor to collapse, and it fell through. It will turn out later on that it's because it was not originally Princess Peach, but it was Birdo masquerading as Princess Peach.
Which seems difficult considering she is a lizard with a face.
Yeah,
like
with
a tube face.
That
shoots
Check out the song by Horse the Band if you're a metal / weird music fan.
Yeah, it's a good song. Yeah. Fun fact about Birdo, Japanese, her name is Catherine.
Oh.
Kiasarin is her name in Japanese.
Why'd we change it to Birdo?
That's because
I don't have that.
Why do white people ruin everything?
Yeah, I don't have that
tidbit.
tidbit.
A bird flight to the sky. Japanese people are like, "Oh, Catherine."
Kiasarin. Mario and Luigi show up right after the Beanstar goes crazy after hearing Birdo's voice through these Peachbots. He hits Fawful in the head with a hammer. That hammer that he got earlier, he just starts fucking beating Fawful over the head with it.
Motherfucker in.
Fawful collapses. Now they fight Cacletta. Just as they're about to beat her, Fawful manages to distract them long enough to get Cacletta out of there. So the brothers go for the star. They're like, you know what? We're going where the money is. We're going where the power is. We're going to the fucking drug. So they go. They get the star. They get down to the basement where it fell through the floor. And they find 2 other thieves there. Because Bean Kingdom is literally crawling with fucking criminals. This is the bad part of town, like I said. It sounded like the Mushroom Kingdom was a bad part of town with these crooked cops, Mario and Luigi. Bean Kingdom is the actual bad part of town.
Oh, this is the whole setting.
Yeah, so they drive the thieves off. One of the thieves will turn out to be Bowser in disguise.
Thinly disguised as a woman.
Yeah, exactly.
just like a wig.
dressed like with spikes all over the back.
It's like hung off of his face. He's wearing like a normal dress, like a necklace, like a human-sized dress.
So Bowser is in a fugue state. He doesn't know what's going on.
Bring the fugue back.
And his like default behavior is just like, I'm gonna steal shit and be a bad person. So he's trying to steal this star for reasons that he doesn't even presumably know, because he's concussed. He doesn't know what the fuck's going on. But he has a concussion and a history of drug abuse. So it would lead anyone to enter a fugue state, right?
Oh yeah.
So in the so back at the castle. Oh, sorry. This is when we find out that Birdo is actually was actually Princess Peach. Whoa. Because Mario wins a mushroom when they're looking for Cackletta still. So they've got the drugs. They're still trying to take down the Kingpin, or the Queenpin, sorry. Mario wins a mushroom from a random guy on the street, eats it, gets sick, has to be hospitalized. Now it's up to Luigi to go get his fucking medicine for him. So Luigi's got to go to the pharmacy to get his medicine.
Okay.
Luigi spots something.
Pharmacy and medicine, do you mean corner store and liquor, or do you mean actual pharmacy and medicine?
It's the same diff.
Let's leave it ambiguous.
Okay, fine.
So
where's Luigi go when he's not on screen?
Luigi, though, he gets to the corner store. He sees a couple sketchy people standing outside, and he says, "I can't do it." He's unnerved. He's been clean for too long. He's in this environment that he's not comfortable in. There's drugs flowing everywhere. There's booze flowing everywhere. He's trying to stick to his morals, and he's just fucking freaked out. So he goes to a hypnotist, and the hypnotist convinces him that he's his drug addict brother Mario.
Does he go to one of those like street level gypsy queens with the crystal ball?
Exactly.
Tells the dirty cop his future.
Exactly
Nice.
that. But she hypnotizes him, and she tells him, "You're Mario. You're good. You can do whatever needs to be done." So while he's doing this, he spots the real Princess Peach, not the Birdo clone, hanging about town with Cackletta, who is pretending to be Bowser at this point. So we have Cackletta, the witch, pretending to be Bowser. She gains the name Bowletta for the rest of the game.
Okay.
With the real Princess Peach. We don't know how. We don't know what the real Princess Peach was doing, that she needed to install Birdo as a surrogate and end up with this drug lord in her pimp mobile. But obviously obviously Peach is back to her old ways.
Pimp is back to his old ways.
Yeah, Peach is back to her old ways of hanging out with drug lords, just like Bowser. So why Mario sticks with her, none of us will ever know.
That's where the game ends.
No, not quite. Pretty close though. So with Luigi ends up bringing Mario back his medicine. He brings him a Mickey a bootlegger or something.
Every time you say medicine, I'm saying META, sin, because this is meta for what the game is. It's the medicine.
So
bootlegger is some of the first stuff I ever got drunk off of. That shit is sick as fuck.
So with Mario recovered, Luigi gets in a drag, naturally. And the two trick Bowletta into thinking Luigi is the real Princess Peach.
Why so many people need to be Princess Peach?
So Luigi dresses up as Princess Peach because he noticed the real Princess Peach hanging out with Bowletta. Luigi dresses up as the real Princess Peach hanging out with Mario to convince Bowletta that this Princess Peach was better than the Princess Peach that she had.
Okay.
So they do like they swap places basically. Boletta's like, I don't need this fake Princess Peach.
Like a Prince and the Pauper sort of thing?
Yeah, I want me some of that drag Princess Peach.
Yeah.
That drag Luigi. Get in my car. A bitch. So Luigi...
RuPaul's up in here and he's reading... RuPaul's at the library and he's reading some queens.
Yeah, exactly.
And he's ready to make a fucking call.
RuPaul's Superstar Saga.
Yeah.
No, that game would be fucking great.
That'd be lit, dude. That'd be fucking lit.
Everyone's teaching Daisy.
That's the name of our season finale. RuPaul Superstar Saga.
Yeah.
Calling it.
That's good.
Calling it.
That's good. So Bowletta, I mean, the switch goes off without a hitch. Luigi ends up switching places with Peach, manages to escape himself because this is a Japanese game and his gender roles are very set in Japan.
Yeah.
So a man can escape whereas a woman cannot. I'm not saying that, but Japan is. Blame them.
Dude, don't blame it on Japan.
Blame it on Japan. Hashtag blame it on Japan. Put that on a piece of corn.
Okay.
So following this, Bowletta, running out of options, decides to take over Bowser's castle and start shelling the Bean Bean Kingdom. So she literally assumes Bowser's place, Bowser in his fugue state, still doesn't know what's going on.
Bringing back the fugue.
And she's dressed up as Bowser. She's in drag as Bowser, or King Koopa. Takes over his entire drug empire and starts just sending out hits. Just like, hey, drug dealers, go out there and shoot everybody you see forever. The brothers show up. The buddy cop duo, Mario and Luigi, show up to fight. They eventually subdue her, at which point she swallows them whole. And they fight her spirit inside of her.
Sounds like some Dragon Ball Z shit.
Yeah, right?
I can deal with it.
So they beat her spirit.
RuPaul's Dragon Ball race.
So they beat her. They find out Bowser's entire safe house has been rigged with explosives and is set to blow. So what do? They leave the unconscious body of the perp that they just subdued lying there in the building, and they get out themselves. The building blows up, and they eventually get rich selling the movie rights to the story.
Oh.
And that's Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga.
You know what? I played it. I didn't remember it that way. That makes sense now.
That's it. I mean, that's how it went down. Yeah. I just watched the playthrough.
I honestly love that game. I played it when I was a kid till completion, and also played it recently on my broken ass Huawei phone until my thumb started to feel bad.
Yeah.
And yeah.
And you put this against me to make sure to see if I would remember. We talked about some eagles. We talked about some drugs. If some eagles were about to tell us about the hotel that maybe we could never leave.
Welcome to the Hotel Mario.
So now we go into the...
I got it. I put that whole thing together. I kept that.
It's a complete disgrace.
So now we go to the worst Mario game ever made.
Okay, the worst game ever is Hotel Mario. And I hadn't played this. Have either of you played it?
No, I didn't know what it was.
I'm familiar with the game, but I've watched Hotel Mario. That's why when you told me that you were going to do Hotel Mario for this, I was just
Don't spoil too much, but what is your feelings on it?
I feel like it's fucking stupid.
Oh my gosh.
I feel like it's pretty fucking stupid.
Yeah. So I chose the crappiest full game there is because there's not much to it.
Don't you worry about it.
I'm not worried. I think this is the best game out of the three. Like
you fucker.
Jamie got the best worst game.
Yeah, no, it is horrible. Okay, so I looked it up, right? I watched all the cutscenes and the boss fights in preparation for this. It did come out in 1994. It was the company Philips with one L.
The CDI games.
Yes.
Oh, they made those
the Zelda games.
Wanda Gamelon.
Yeah,
they made the Zelda games. Yes. So think of those Zelda horrible cutscenes.
The cutscenes, yeah. Because when you mentioned you were doing Mario Hotel, I looked it up and I found those cutscenes. And I found a YouTube video that was all the cutscenes. I watched half the first cutscene. I was like, okay, I don't need to watch this.
Yeah. Don't get into them now because I'm going to do it.
No, that's fine. I just wanted to get a little bit of trivia. Did you guys know that for the Philips CDI, these games, the animations were actually done in like residual communist work camps in Eastern Europe?
Wow.
Yeah,
I did not know that.
They're done. They're all made in Eastern Europe.
Wow, that explains a lot.
For fucking peanuts.
That explains a lot.
They've been compared to Microsoft Paint flipbooks. They are absolutely horrible. The game was made by the Philips, the company. They also make light bulbs in our modern day age. My mom worked for this company within Canada, actually.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, really?
They do everything. They're like Yamaha, who makes the guitars. They also make the keyboards. They also make the whatever the fuck.
Dirt bikes.
The Sea-Doos.
Yeah, exactly. So Philips also makes light bulbs. In 1994, Philips made these games. Nintendo basically gave them the rights for... so again, this game is called Hotel Mario. They gave them the rights for 4 characters, but did not check in on the game. They just let Philips do their thing, but made sure that Mario, Luigi, Princess Peach, and Toad looked like themselves, and then said, free rage, have fun. Yeah, and so the end product of this game, right? Okay, so the game, I'll tell you what the first cutscene is, okay? First cutscene is, the concept is, Princess Peach has invited Mario and Luigi to a picnic.
A picnic?
And they're like,
hey, boo-boo.
Yeah, pretty much. But Mario's like, hey, Luigi, we got a picnic to go to.
Okay,
Princess
are these
Peach
cutscenes
invited
I've
us.
seen?
Probably.
Where
Yeah.
like the colors change every time they move because they had a different like
Not quite.
slave painter from a gulag moved out or
He
whatever.
goes, hey, Luigi, but Princess Peach invited us to a picnic. And Luigi's like, oh, well, I hope she brought lots of spaghetti.
No,
It's
literally
like,
that.
Who the fuck brings spaghetti to a picnic?
Yeah.
And then
But
it like,
I hope she make a lot of spaghetti.
yeah, it was like Bowser's in the background going like,
This brings me back just for the zero punctuation review of Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle.
Yeah,
It's just
I watched
like
it, yeah.
making fun of like the racism.
Yeah.
Where it's just like, yeah, well, they got rid of all this racism despite giving everybody else like a stereotypical Italian accent, and it's like cut to a guy with a controller with a KKK hood on, and the speech bubble above the TV is like, I like the pizza and the spaghetti.
Aw.
The KKK guy is like squinting and smiling. He's like, you sure do.
Yo, side note, KKK.
Okay.
Side note, KK.
If anyone wants to laugh, don't ever love the KKK, but love their titles. Because they've got
Grand
the
Dragon.
Grand Dragon, they've got the Nine Furies.
They have wizards.
They've got the wizards.
Yeah.
It's epic fantasy, but applied to white racism.
Yeah.
What the fuck is wrong with these?
Get rid of the white racism, and that's a cool cult.
That's a cool cult. Yeah,
Get
so
rid of the white racism. If all they do is
I feel like that's like the cornerstone of the whole thing, though. I don't know what would be left other than like
well, if they just,
wizards.
Cool titles.
if they just play D&D, they'd be cool
Yeah.
guys, but they just hate too much.
They're a little bit too angry.
Hate a little bit too much.
Yeah. Well, anyways, speaking of
Maybe way too much
So they're on their way to the picnic,
So they're on
and
their way to the picnic.
they see a note
from the KKK
on a door from Bowser,
Oh, never mind.
aka the Grand Dragon of the Ku Klux Klan.
yeah.
All right, that's fine.
And I love in the scene where Mario's reading the note, and the only part of his face that they animated was his eyebrows, and they're just going crazy.
Every like 3 frames.
They're just going
At 10
up and
frames
down.
A second. At 10 frames a second, every 3 frames.
They don't animate a mouth because they put the note in front of his mouth, the piece of paper in front of his mouth, and they just have his eyebrows just fucking moving up and down, side to side, all over the place.
So the concept is
I've never seen this.
Bowser has turned the entire Mushroom Kingdom into a hotel.
Why?
that capitalist son of a bitch.
And it's called the like.
That's called the free market.
No, it's like Koopa Crazy Hotel or some stupid shit. I don't remember the name. I don't care to remember the name.
Yeah. It's
the game's
resort.
over there. So basically, the gameplay is you go into 5 different hotels. And the hotels look like this. You're in a room, and they have
You got to put a mint
They
in
have-
an envelope on every pillar.
Yeah.
they have horizontal levels that are stacked on top of each other in a 2D plane. So basically, you can only move left or right, and to go up and down, you have to travel in elevators. But also on each floor, there are doors, and you have to close the doors. But some enemies can open doors again. So you end up taking elevators up and down like 6 floors, which are just basically straight horizontal lines that you have to travel up and down between. And the controllers are janky as fuck. They're non-responsive.
Have you ever seen a
Eastern
Philips
European.
CDI controller though? It's as much as the N64 controller was not designed for human hands to use.
Yeah.
The Philips CDI controller was not designed for human hands
Oh,
to use.
man. And then,
Let me
like,
Google
you
it.
travel an elevator, which is your only way to travel up and down. There's this weird animation where you're coming out of the elevator, and you can kind of stay in the elevator if you want, but you can also exit the elevator. So, like, you stay in to dodge projectiles, or you can leave the elevator to be on the plane and attack enemies.
Can you jump?
You can jump, but the thing is, the animation shows you arrive in the elevator, but it takes like a half second before you're out and movable, so you can see your character before you can control it, which just feels absolutely horrible, right?
Yeah.
And then when you're out, you die in 1 hit no matter what, and you can stomp most enemies, but you die in 1 hit no matter what. So you have to go through 3 levels or 3 worlds of 10 stages, where at the end there's a boss who has different mechanics where they'll like turn off all the lights except for the floor you're on, or they'll fly around and shoot like hearts at you and you have to kill them. But the gameplay is just not fun. The end result is just not fun. Like every time you get to the end of a world and you save Princess Peach at the end of the world, you're always walking ahead and you're like, hey Luigi, we finally got the princess. And he's like, we did it. And then like someone swoops down in a cloud and steals the princess because you're like 10 feet ahead of her. And Mario's like, It's just another one of those days, I guess. I'm not even kidding. That is an actual line from the fucking game.
It's like this shitty Pavlovian response where every time a cutscene starts, you just feel bad, and you're just like, oh, no, not again.
And he'll throw, like, stupid, like, he'll, like, break the fourth wall, too. He'll be like, oh, well, you know, if you press start, you can see your map and the levels you're at, Luigi. And he's like, oh, he's like, fuck you.
You know, like, I understand the guy who does the voice of Mario right now is pretty good, but I'd almost prefer you doing it.
It's here we go. I'm telling you, we'll watch it after, and I'm not even that far off the mark. It is that bad.
The guy who does the voice for Mario, also the guy who does the voice for Parthenax.
I know, that's my trivia, damn it. I know.
Yeah, no, but this is not the same guy.
This is not the guy. The guy who does the voice for Mario in Mario Hotel is not the guy who does the Mario voice from all the Nintendo games.
Okay, so the guy who actually does Mario, I can't remember his name. He was on CBC Radio recently.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, and then...
CBC Seattle.
Yeah, CBC Seattle. He was on the CBC recently doing an interview about like Mario shit. But like it's because the interpretation, at least back then, was like before they had an established voice for Mario. Mario is an Italian plumber from Brooklyn. Fuck, I just slur all that shit.
Yep.
That's why like the cartoon in the 80s and this game is like, hey, well, it's just another day on the job, hey Luigi. Whereas like the actual character's like, whoa, like sort of thing, right?
Yeah.
I'll tell you, man. Like I watched cutscenes. There's like so many like cheesy lines they drop in. It's like 1994, so like the Rolling Stones are so relevant. There's like a part where you're in a cloud level. And he's like, hey, you, get off of my cloud. And then he, like, lights up a fan and the guy goes away. Like, it's so fucking cheesy. I have to say that the last art for when you get to Bowser is kind of cool because it's like a side-scroller level in 1994. And everything is on fire and kind of animated. And I did like the animations for the enemies in that level along with Bowser. But... there's weird things, like you can only get a 1-up if you have all your upgrades to a Fire Flower. You get a 1-up every 30 coins, but you die every one hit. It looks like I watched someone who's good at it playing, but I think if any of us would play it, we get so frustrated that we just give up immediately.
What kind of sad sack of shit gets good at Philips CDI game?
Right?
They're out there, man. There's speedrunners. I'm positive of it.
They must be playing on emulators.
This is renowned as the worst Mario game ever. It's made in 1994 by Philips, who Nintendo originally wanted to publish it.
This is the PlayStation story. It's
part
of it. Yeah.
They wanted to be on the PlayStation, and then the PlayStation was like, oh, we're not sure about that. So then it wasn't profitable. Then they wanted to go to the Sega Mega CD, whatever the fuck that was.
That's the Sega CD. There's a Sega Mega Drive and the Sega CD. There were like attachments.
That's it. And then that wasn't profitable, so they went for the Philips CDI because that's profitable.
You did it, guys.
Yeah, exactly.
You made it.
And they made this horrible game, and at the end, so cheesy. So you beat Bowser, right? I'm not going to go much more into depth in this game. I feel like we've delved deep enough into it. But the end...
No, please, why is it in a hotel? Explain why... Also, actually, answer my question. Why the fuck is it in a hotel?
Because Bowser thought this was a good idea to turn the whole
capitalist scum.
That's it.
I forgot. Never mind.
1994. Everyone was...
The hotel is a MacGuffin.
Right.
That's it.
Right, yeah.
Everything is a MacGuffin. Bowser's a MacGuffin. Mario's a MacGuffin.
So you beat Bowser. Bowser also have a Fire Flower. You can just knock him off the stage indefinitely until you close all the doors. All the bosses can reopen the doors too, so it causes this thing where you're climbing up and down and when you almost beat the level, the boss goes down to the bottom. It is this annoying gameplay where you have to go down to the fourth floor, down to the third floor, down to the second floor, down to the first floor. Okay, close those doors. By the time the boss has gone up to the fifth floor and opened more doors. So you're just running around, and it doesn't feel good. You don't feel like you're accomplishing much, and you're dodging projectiles the whole time. Fuck that. And the controls are fucked. So this game was good, right? This game was good.
Sounds good. Sounds like you liked it.
7.8 out of 10.
Yeah. No. I think one of the... I forget who called it this, but I think it was like... whatever, GameSpot or something. They called it craptastic. Like it was horrible. It was absolutely horrible. And
was it bad like Rocky Horror Picture so bad where it's so bad it's good? Or
honestly, I watched it and I wanted to try it just to be like, well, how bad is it really? But like
maybe one day we'll be able to.
Yeah, I honestly don't want to that bad.
Yeah.
Anyways,
we got plenty on our plates.
Yeah.
We're all busy.
But we don't need to go out and buy a Philips CDI just to play fucking Mario Hotel.
So you at home do not have to go out and buy a Philips CDI or any light bulbs. You can just listen to me, and you say when you beat the game, you beat Bowser, and then you rescue Princess Peach. She goes, Mario, you're the best, and then like moves in, kisses him. Luigi, you're so great too, and then like kisses him on his like fat cheek,
Oh, nice.
and then looks in at the camera and goes, and you, player, you're the best. And then you feel her break the fourth wall,
no.
and then Luigi and Mario jump in. Yeah, player, you're the best.
Well, no,
and
why
then, like
you-
they move
why do
away
you
into the
do
sunset,
this?
and you're like, I just beat a shitty game, and this is what you reward me with, and it's like flip book paint.
Yeah.
Like,
It reminds me of that Simpsons in The Simpsons when Itchy and Scratchy go on strike and they have Worker and Parasite.
Oh, no,
the-
dude, Worker and Parasite. No, that's not what they go on strike. That's when Gabbo's in town. And all the shows are on his show
On his
now.
show, yeah.
And Krusty is just like it's the next best thing, which is like the Soviet Union's favorite cat and
The
mouse. to it.
Eastern European
Yeah, it says
equivalent.
Worker and Parasite. Yeah.
anyways, that's it for Hotel Mario. Don't play it, but listen to us.
Yeah, listen, Lord
But that's
Boys.
it then.
For all the
That's
games,
it.
what you shouldn't play.
One whole season, we did it, guys.
The Lore Boys.
Looks like
3
we
months
made it
finale.
after all.
Over 3 months, we've grown together.
We have.
We've grown apart, grown together.
Grown apart,
We've,
grown together, grown apart, grown together.
I have the Lore Boys fungus in my soul now, and I will never get rid of it.
Yeah,
I love you all. I love you all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm very, very happy. Ethan,
It's good.
we got into it earlier when we were less drunk.
It's
now we're
good.
quite drunk.
Yeah.
And I still, I'm just. I would like to personally thank everybody who's ever listened to this, and anybody who's ever told anybody
Told anybody
about this.
Done told the story of the Lore Boys.
If you done told the story of the Lore Boys, telling the stories about the video games, I thank you so much.
Yeah.
Like I'm still happy with like the amount of traffic we get.
Yep.
Yeah.
I want to get better at promoting it. Obviously, I would love
Absolutely.
to reach out. I want more people to listen. I want more people to tell us what we could do. What we could do differently is
Yeah.
very important to me.
Peter.
I think because what we do well is fine. A compliment is all well and good, but it's not overly useful. I would love to know what we're doing wrong and what we could improve
But
on.
especially
Yeah.
pad my ego and give me a 5-star review and tell
That's
me
it.
what I'm
Also,
doing.
leave you a
You know
review on iTunes.
Tell me to cut off my left hand. Do it.
Do it.
Replace it with a hook.
He will do it.
Yeah,
I've seen
whatever,
him do.
man.
I've seen him do it.
I play
before.
guitar, but I'm not that attached.
Yeah,
Okay,
I've seen him cut off his arm at least 6 times. He will do it for you.
I'm like
It's not that impressive the third time.
no.
I'm from Planet Danger. I can pull my arm back on. You can't.
can't.
So play safe.
Listen, Astar.
Yeah.
So,
But
Peter-
yeah, that's it. Episode 20, season finale of the Lore Boys.
If someone listens to episode 20, the season finale of the Lore Boys, and decides they want to find Peter O'Donohue on the internet, where might they do it?
On Twitter, it's at Pete O'Donohue. The DeviantArt page is O'Manahue. I'm Old Aunt Peter on Instagram. And I'm obviously one of the 3 admins of the Lore Boys Facebook page.
Obviously.
And that's where you can find me.
You
Wait,
can find
who's
me.
the third? I'm not.
You can find
Oh,
me.
right. Well, I mean, we got 3, but that's all right, Jamie.
I'm,
Also, at season finale, we fired James.
Sorry to cut you off, Ethan. What's going on?
I'm at Ethan the Dead Man or at Ethan is a Dead Man. Like Peter said, make sure to like, follow, subscribe, donate blood to the Lore Boys.
We still need the blood.
Pages on YouTube, WordPress, Facebook. Just look up Lore Boys on Google and you'll find us. James, what's your online stuff looking like?
So go on Twitter. You can follow me at JYMILLK. Go on Facebook and you find me at James the Miller. And also you can find me on PSN at JAYMILK64 or 2 L's actually, MILLK64. And if you'd like to play a game with me, I'll play with you.
James, I was also going to be the first one probably streaming on the Lore Boys,
The official Lore Boys
on
channel.
Twitch.
Yeah,
Yesterday.
As well, yeah.
Yesterday.
will
So
be-
tune in yesterday.
Yeah,
and
it
you'll
will be
catch
yesterday, but I'll save us an hour-long Twitch highlight and also probably throw it up on the YouTube
We'll do those.
of me pooping my literal pants.
And we'll do those good tweets and Facebook posts.
Exactly.
And, such. And also, for everyone looking to kick back to the Lore Boys.
Before we get into the finances,
Oh,
I do want to talk about one quick thing. Before we get into Season 2. Season 2 is going to be in a couple of weeks. We are going to have some B-roll for everybody out on iTunes. So we're still going to have a release on the week after this. Despite we're not recording, we're just going to send out some sand tests, some outtakes, some B-roll. It's all going to be good. We'll also have some behind the scenes so you can see how the Lore Boys is made. And that's about it.
It's going to be
we'll have some
very
pictures.
serious.
It's
Everything
very
you
serious.
see in the behind the scenes is exactly how we do it.
It's like it's going to be raw. It's going to be real.
Yeah.
You're going to see inside the Lore
Yeah.
Boys, man.
It's kind of like a Viceland doc, honestly.
It's a lot like a
when you
Viceland
watch
doc,
it. It's
Yeah, it's going to be hosted by someone with a bachelor's degree who also has a parents with a lot of money.
Exactly
And
like
will-
Viceland.
exactly like Viceland.
But that's just what you got to look forward to. Just because the season's finale, just because the season's over, and just because we're taking a little bit of time off to get some things changed, doesn't mean there isn't going to be some Lore Boys content every week.
Yeah.
And if you want to throw money at us, if you want a little bit of kickback to the Lore Boys, Ethan, please, for the season finale, what is our Lore Boys premium?
Well, we've always had Lore Boys Premium.
Always
and
had Lore Boys
As
Premium.
Jamie just mentioned, the Lore Boys fungus, which is a real thing, it's pretty virulent. But it's something that we've been cultivating. And we actually have several cultures now. So the first 9 people who subscribe to Lore Boys Premium after this episode airs will receive 1 free culture of the Lore Boys yeast bacteria free.
It'll
For free.
ruin your life.
But it
Yeah,
makes good,
I
good
mean-
bread, though.
Take care of it, maintain it, and it grows exponentially. So be careful because
Yeah.
it does get out of hand very fast. My whole life is covered in it right now.
If you're bad at math, don't water it because it's very difficult to track exponents.
Yeah, exactly. Exponents are hard. It's. I know what you're thinking. You're thinking it's x to the 2, but no, it's 2 to the x.
I like the idea you just stop watering and exponential stuff.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good. Yeah.
Fuck.
Do that. We love you, and I think that is a Lore Boys.
Lore Boys out.
Thank you so much,
Oh my
everybody.
God, I love all of you. I love you all. I love you all.
Learn how to smith an ingot into a dagger.
No! I know how to do it, damn it.
Craft one maple bow.
Do you often watch people root through your recycling from this window here?
No, I haven't normally, but it's digging deep.
She has just up to her shoulder there.
Yeah,
Oh, it's an old dude?
Yeah, no, he's getting his money's worth.
Ah, whatever, man.
I'm glad you've never noticed me doing it, honestly.
I always give my cans to like can guy at the park.
Yeah.